very good evening semua. Welcome to our Deal or Grill KL North edition. Reason kenapa kita buat KL North because I think we can cover multiple areas, multiple properties, so it will make it worth your while the next 2 jam ni. And as usual lah, for those who have attended our Deal or Grill and even Battle Royal, you will learn that we share a lot of data. The main purpose of such session is to basically guide you in terms of what to buy, what to avoid lah, right? And today specifically we're gonna do KL North edition. With that, I'm gonna quickly introduce my panelists for tonight. First we've got the one and only Sean. Dia makin lama makin besar bicep dia, so bila makin besar bicep dia tak boleh pakai t-shirt biasa guys, so dia kena pakai singlet.
Lama tak jumpa pasal teaser.
Lepas tu of course kita ada William, right? We have got William, we've got Albee, we also have Zakri, and of course we got Azrin, right? All from the research team of Capital. Okay, Sean, I think ada request for you to flex your bicep a little bit.
Hey, that one you pay money, that one you pay.
Are we doing the right show? I have to pay money to see your body lain sikit. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. Let me just quickly run through the context for tonight. If we can move to the presentation, right? Look guys, the whole idea is that we provide the data so that you can do your own independent guide to look for either investment or own stay property, right? The whole idea here is that if you use data, very unlikely that you're going to make the wrong purchase, right? And if there's any incorrect facts being used to go and sell the property, we're going to highlight if the agent or developer misrepresent, ada benda yang dia tak cerita, like graveyard or high tension cable, we're going to talk about it, right? And like I said, the whole idea is to get people to be smarter when it comes to buying property. Now, next slide, please. Okay. This is our previous Battle Royal, so please subscribe to Faizul Ridzuan YouTube channel if you want to watch it, right? Next slide. These are all our previous Deal or Grill property that we have basically reviewed. I believe that we have reviewed more than 60 properties today. Don't buy any property in 2025, 2026, especially if the property that you want to buy is here. Never buy those property until you have watched the Deal or Grill and you've seen the POV of all the panelists, right? Spend the 1 hour to 2 hours so that you don't make the wrong purchase, because the wrong purchase will make you suffer for the next 30 years. Right purchase, you'll be a happy man for the next 30 years. Okay. Next slide, please. Right. Again, go to our YouTube channel if you don't want to miss out. Guys, we focus only on primary market property because today we believe that even for KL North, it's actually cheaper for you to go and buy primary market in most cases compared to subsale as far as net price is concerned. And we are under the view that in the next 2 years, you want to preserve cash, right? And you want to buy property using as little to no capital as possible, right? Unless you're buying a 30-50% discount, then you can use capital. And again, if you can get 10% cash on cash return, I don't mind you use capital, but if you're just going to get 5 to 6%, please don't use capital to go and buy property. All right, next slide, please. Right, so our guide tonight is going to be based on the 8 filter. All right, so we used to use 7 criteria. We've upgraded 7 criteria to 8 property filter. Is a lot more accurate. So long story short, we have basically identified what is the rating for each property. So if you want to make money, cash flow, guys, from the properties that we are reviewing tonight, you have to find property that accomplish 4-star and above for cash flow. And if you want to make money from selling the property 5 years from now, you want to find property that can at least give you 4-star to increase the chances of you being able to go and buy something profitably. Okay, guys, we cannot make it simpler. You watch Deal or Grill, you already know you are buying below market value. Potentially, what's the kind of capital gain you're going to get, right? Now, if you don't understand what is 8 property filter, we've done, again, if you follow my YouTube channel, Faizul Ridzuan YouTube channel, you'll be able to go and learn It's a 1.5 hour video of us explaining 8 property filter, how to use it. Because if you understand how to use 8 property filter, no agent, no developer can scam you into buying a bad property. Okay, next. All right, so we're just going to skip this because we already explained this in the previous webinar. Right, so skip, right, until towards the rating lah. Okay, ni dekat sini ya guys. Your cash flow rating and capital gain rating. Cash flow is, you know, how much you can make additional per month. 4-star and above is positive cash flow, right? Capital gain rating is 4-star and above. You most likely make at least 10% the next 3 to 5 years. Okay, again, cannot make it simpler for you. Kalau ni pun tak faham, please don't buy property, go buy something else, right? Maybe buy an NFT. The probability of you losing 95% of your investment value is very high over there, right? So we cannot make it simpler. All you have to do is to look at this rating every time we do a property review, and you should be able to go know whether the property that you're about to buy is going to make money or going to lose money. Okay, guys? Next. Next, please. Okay, ni pun boleh skip. Okay, these are the 9 properties we are reviewing tonight in KL North, right? We've got M Nova, we've got M Zenya, we've got Zik Residence, we got Arunya, we got Baron Residence, we got Armani Residence, we got Residency 99, we got Amaya Residence, we got Nora Desa Park City. So again, the KL North, right? By our definition as of today, covers Bandar Seri Damansara, Desa Park City, and also Kepong. And Kepong is big lah, guys. Ada Kepong Mahal, ada Kepong T20, ada Kepong M40 and B40 juga, right? But obviously for Seri Damansara, it's going to be a T20, while Desa Park City is going to be a T5. Okay, so all of this property will be covered tonight. Okay, next. Okay, so this is the border, you know, for each area. By the way, we also cover Jinjang lah. Jinjang is basically part of Kepong also lah, part of the Kepong punya belt, right? There's a question, do we cover Jinjang? Yes, cover juga, right? So Kepong, Jinjang, Bandar Seri Damansara, Desa Park City. So if you look at the border of Kepong, right, we divided the border between MRR to Jalan Kuching, LDP, and Duke. So these are the border that determines Jinjang, Kepong. Then of course after that you go to places already macam kat Selayang, right, which is already Selangor. Then you go to Jalan Ipoh, Segambut punya side lah. Okay. Then of course if you can see Desa Park City, dia punya border will be LDP dengan KVE. Bandar Seri Damansara will be LDP, MR2 and KVE dengan North South Expressway. Okay, so this is how we determine the border of Kepong, Jinjang, Desa Park City, and Bandar Seri Damansara. Next. Okay, so just to give you some sense in terms of we want to separate lah the Desa Park City dengan Seri Damansara ni is a bit a different planet compared to the rest of the Kepong, even though it's part of KL North, right? So if you are talking about Kepong transaction as of today, new average is about 670 per square foot, while old is about 580 per square foot. Highest transaction today in the Kepong site today is 730 ringgit per square foot, which is Unio Residence, which is something that we have bought during COVID lah, Unio Residence. Obviously, we didn't pay 730 per square foot. We pay roughly about 550 ringgit per square foot back then. So I think we've done quite well. We made money buying Unio. Right? Then, if you go to Desa Park City, the number is even more crazy. New median property transaction medium is 1,380 ringgit per square foot. Old is 1,070 ringgit per square foot. While highest property transaction today is recorded at 2,000 ringgit per square foot. And I think after KLCC, right? This is so far is the only area that has got a record of a sub-sale transaction above 2,000 ringgit per square foot. And I think for a non-branded residence, this is the highest transacted per square foot in the country after anything dekat KLCC lah. Alright, so Desa Park City has been a wonderful success story. I recall the time when I started investing in property. before 2010, people were making fun people who are buying the Park City. Ah, so high, buy kepong, jinjang. Buy kepong, buy jinjang. Ah, pay maintenance fee RM800. Right? So those days my seniors were laughing at people who are buying this Park City. Pretty sure they're not laughing now. Goes to show one of the main reasons why we like new township, new area, new property is because of this. Okay. So then you got Bandar Seri Damansara, which is still under part of KL address, right? Because this again KL North, bukan Selangor, right? So new median is about 1,000 ringgit per square foot, which is actually a surprise for us dekat Far Capital, quite high. Rental macam tak boleh nak masuk akal sangat, but it is quite high, maybe because, well, if you don't have money to go buy the Park City, you go buy Seri Damansara lah kot. So I think that would be the logic lah, or people willing to pay 1,000 per square foot in Bandar Seri Damansara high rise. All median is about 687, right? While the highest transaction today is about 1,050 ringgit at Ativo Suites, right? So this is just to give you some sense where KL North is, right? There's already comment BSD overpriced lah. Well, it's cheaper compared to the Park City. So again, you know, everything is cheap compared to the Park City, right? If you can't afford the Park City, you diam-diam pergi beli Desa Seri Damansara, cannot afford Desa Seri Damansara, go buy Kepong, still 10 minutes to Desa Park City. Where you stay, nearby Desa Park City. Actually Kepong ataupun Segambut, 10 minutes mah. Okay, so every area has got its own level of affordability, right? And like I said lah, di tepuk poket tanya selera lah. Ikut tanya selera, everyone want to stay Desa Park City. Now next. Right? So this is just a sample of what is the price per square foot as of today, right? Which I find it to be quite interesting. A very few property that has got a rental of above 2 ringgit and 50 cents per square foot. Why this is an important number in my opinion is because majority of the launches tonight that you are discussing today is going to be roughly at the price point of roughly 500 to about 600 ringgit per square foot. So if you want to have at least 5% rental yield, you need to target a rental of 2.5 ringgit per square foot, right? Which is why, right? One very notable number here is the studio unit that is, as of today, is only available in one development, which is Unio Residence, commanding 5 ringgit per square foot in Kepong. Okay, 5 ringgit dekat Kepong. Largely because there's no supply of studio unit. Everything is a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom unit lah dekat this area. Right? So for any developers watching, we have a lot of 3 bilik. Okay, start building smaller units lah, developer. Right? So we don't have enough dekat sini ya. From a rental dengan price per square foot punya point. Next. Right? And then this is the old property. So again, kita divide all the old property versus new property because old property normally rental different. So you can see new property. Can we go back to the previous slide, please? Right? New property, if you look at the average median roughly is about 2 ringgit to 2 ringgit and 50 cents per square foot. Smaller, more premium, right? We also find out that for Marsing's product, the rental is actually quite high, right? It's actually quite high, above 2 ringgit 50 cents per square foot. Now, when you go to the older development, which is next door, right? So Unio has got the best facilities today in the whole of Kepong, right? I would even argue that Unio has got better facilities even compared to, except for the latest one from Desa Park City, right? So it has got better facilities. And when you compare with the more mass market punya property macam The Henge, right? Macam Mizumi, macam Fortuna, you will see that the rental is not very high lah. It's low 2 ringgit per square foot, kind of like rental. Okay. Then you've also got properties which is nearby MRT and property which is non-nearby MRT. Obviously, property nearby MRT commands a better rental, easier to get the 2 ringgit 50 cents per square foot and above compared to property which is far away from MRT, right? So first, you got the new versus old. Second, you got commercial new MRT versus no MRT. And then You also have township lah. So for example, property within certain township commands better rental, better subsale value, right? For example, like the one in Bandar Seri Damansara, which is part of TA's master plan, seems to be doing quite well from a rental POV, also from a subsale. The Sabah City, no need to talk lah, right? So the only one standalone doing quite well as of today would be Unio. Okay, next slide, please. Right. So this is again, if you are talking about what is the highest rental as of today by layout. Today, highest for 1 bedroom in Kepong, shockingly, is about 1,008. 2 bedroom is about 2,001. 3 bedroom is about 2,004. 4 bedroom is about 2,006. Again, this is basically if you are talking about average, right? Because if you are talking, for example, like places like, you know, whereby we're quite familiar, we already have clients renting their 2 bedroom at 2008. It's not even 2001. So again, why? MRT, better facilities, right? So as you know, Kepong has got a lot of unit, guys, right? So your Iherng lah, your Mizumi, there was a lot of supply that was built in the last 10 years. The one with the nicest facility, closest to MRT, seems to be winning as of today, and that property is Unio. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay. So I think with that, we're gonna start reviewing the properties. Now I'm gonna hand over the floor to my research team. So siapa akan present dulu ni? Azrin ke ataupun Albee? Azrin, okay. Go Azrin.
Hey, thank you, boss. So our first property today for KL North is Arunya Residence. Okay. Arunya Residence, this one is located in Jinjang, which is Jinjang front of the Pintasan Jalan Segambut. The developer is by the KLN Land Sdn Bhd. It's we can say it's a low density leasehold project. It's a 36 stories with over 631 units. There's got a multiple layout starting from the 743 square feet, 1+1 bedder up to type G 1,399 square feet 3 bedder lah. So launch price starting from, if I'm not mistaken, as far as I remember, the launch price for this project starting from 550 PSF lah. So after deduction of the rebate and the package, etc., the net price, the net PSF is roughly around 520 PSF. So for your information, all the small layout is already sold out. So the available one is the biggest layout lah, starting from 1,119 square feet to 1,184 square feet. Okay. And this project is also completed this year. Just completed, and the VP just several months ago. So in terms of amenities, we can say that amenities that nearby to this project is one of it is the public transportation, which is MRT Jinjang and Seri Delima itself, which is under a Putrajaya line. But it's not a friendly walking distance lah. Hence, that's why the developer provided shuttle service bus lah to the residents. And another amenities is like the schools. Just a lot of school like SJKC Jinjang Selatan, SJKT Segambut, Sekolah Menengah Jinjang, SMK Raja Abdullah, and also got one international school there, which is a treetop international school. Okay, next. So this is the agent marketing POV. For this Arunya residents, they got a direct access to the Duke Highway, Jalan Kepong, Pintasan Segambut, and Jalan Ipoh lah, and make it easy for people to go to any part of KL and PJ. And it's also a part of KL North Master Plan, which is there's a lot of upcoming launches in that area, and one of them is this one lah. Okay, and next one is the premier address in the premier locations. I believe that no one is going to say Kepong is like Bangsa or Kiara today, and that's the point. I mark it red because we know that Kepong is not generally considered as a premium address, but we can say that Kepong is strategically located with easy access to highway and public transport lah. So Kepong is as we know, is a development area in KL with a lot of infrastructure and a mix of commercial and residential development over there. So yeah, and it's still transforming until now. Next. And this Arunya resident is starting from, like I said before, 520 PSF, net PSF. And listen here. The whole area median for Kepong, if we consider the nearby comparable other hence resident, the Mizume, the 14 Padang Lakeside is roughly around 534 PSF lah. So as you can see in the mortgage and the rental itself, if you plan to rent it out for those who are already above this project lah, similar condos nearby this project is already renting for roughly around 2002 to 2007 for 3-bedder. So this means that your rental income could potentially cover most, or I can say even all of your monthly loan payment lah. So if we compare to the Hinge resident, the 3-bedder starting from 2002 to 2006, Mizume, up until 2005 for 3-bedder, and the 14 for Dana Lakeside also can reach up to 2007 for 3-bedder. Okay, so next, this is the property filter, and this is projection based on the 3-bedder layout. So price is 3-star. Price is 3-star if we compare to the new launches like nearby new launches like the Armani Residence. It's slightly below the median new launches lah, but it will be slightly higher if we compare to the area median Kepong. So hence we put it 3-star lah. MRO, wait, booster and supply demand, 3-star and 2-star. MRO is 2-star. Okay, MRO is 2-star because of the multiple layout, like there's a lot of multiple rental option can be done lah, like a whole unit rental whereby you can generate a positive cash flow from the rental projection itself lah. As you can see in the previous slide, if you compare to the Hans residence, you can go up to 2006. If you compare to the 14 Perdana Lakeside, you can go up to 2007. So the multiple layout, like I said before, is starting from 743 square feet, and it's suitable for those who are first-time home buyers or a family. And that's why the MRO is 2-star. And the cash flow is 3-star. It can achieve a break-even with the rental cover the installment. And the USP is also 2 stars because of the size. And more on top of that is the reason because of the developer provided a shuttle bus to the MRT Zenya and Seridi 5 lah. So hence the USP is 2-star. ROC capital gain, after we considered the rebate and other fees that need to pay, it's a 3 stars. ROC cash flow is a 3 stars, whereby we can still get a positive cash flow, but not more than 200 if used the rental projection of conservative 2005, conservative around that area. And yeah, and with capital 7 to 10% return of capital, hence we put it 3 stars. And last but not least is the multiple exit options, or I can say MAYO. The price not too bad, but compared with the landed, it's slightly the landed median, it's slightly above the landed median lah, whereby we can see the standard areas like the Taman Kepong, Jinjang and Kepong Baru. The landed median is roughly around 500 to 630 plus minus lah. So the MAYO is 1 star. So overall, the capital gain rating is 2.3 star and the cash flow rating is 2.6 star. All right. Okay, next. So our next project will be the Residency Zik, or we can say Zik Residence Kiara Bay. Okay, for this one located in Kiara Bay, Kepong, and it's within a proper master plan Kiara Bay lah, a proper master plan township next to the Kepong Metropolitan Park. It's by the Sunrise and the Melati Ehsan. It's a JV. And this project is a high density leasehold project. Consists of the total unit of 1,126 units. around, and the total floor is 45 story. So the completions is quite not I said this year, but the completion will be in 2027. And the amenities nearby, we can say that there's a MRT Zenya and Surida 5 stations, but it's the nearest one lah, but they are not a friendly walking distance lah. Hence, that's why the developer itself, the Sunrise, has planned for a shuttle bus service to connect residents to the MRT lah. So hence, more on top of that, because of the entire township is planned as a future transit-oriented development, TOD. Oh, I forgot to say that the layout for this, there's a dual key convertible, which is type E 1198 square feet. There's a multiple layout also, like the Arunya residence itself, from type A 450 square feet studio up to 4-bedder 1198 square feet. Okay, all right. Next. So this is the Asian marketing POV. As you can see, this project is developed by a trusted developers, which is the developer is Sunrise. One of, we can say, is the master developers in Malaysia lah. And this project is a part of a Kiara master plan, meaning you have a direct access to the Kepong Metropolitan Park and easy access to KLCC, MRT station, and a major highway, because example like major highway is the Light Duke and LDP lah. It will be more convenience for you lah if you buy the Zik residence, and it will help you to go to the KLCC, to go to the MRT station. But like I said before, MRT station is not a friendly walking distance lah for those who want to buy a property or project which is a TOD. Okay, so next. So this is the price. As you can see, the price starting from 526 PSF, while the Kepong itself is 534 PSF. And for this project, we also compared to the Hans residence, the Mizume residence, and the Fortune Perdana Lakeside, because it less than 1 km, less than 1 to 2 km from the subject property lah. So you can see the studio 450 square feet is starting from 1,000 plus per month, up to 4-bedder, 3 bathroom, about 2,828 per month lah. So we can say that even for 3-bedder rental projection, you can still like the rental projection still can cover the installment lah. And some of the bigger units like the 1198 is a dual key convertible, which is for those who are looking for which is really recommend lah. If you want to stay with your parents but still have a privacy, or even if you want to rent out a small studio for the extra income. Next, okay. So this is the property filter. Price 3-star. This one I'm used the 3-bedder, 898 square feet, whereby the PSF roughly starting from 526 PSF, which is below the area median. Hence, it's a 3 stars. The booster is 3 stars also. Supply and demand 2 stars. The MRO is 2 stars because of not a lot of what we can say, not a lot of multiple rental option can be done here lah. And this might be because it's quite far from the MRT, because the nearest one is MRT Kepong Baru, which is 1 kilometer from the project itself. Cash flow is 3 stars, whereby you can see that it can achieve a break evens with slightly positive cash flow. But this one, I'm using the rental projection of 2,500. It's a conservative number for 3-bedder in the area lah, has a rental preference. But if you use 2006 or 2007, like in the Fortune Perdana Lakeside, it can give more positive cash flow while cover the installment. All right. So USP is 3 stars because of the Kiara Bay master plan itself, and plus the dual key comfortable layout and the facilities. Okay. So the ROC capital is 4 stars, whereby for those who buy this project can get more than 60K capital gain with return on capital above 60%. And the ROC cash flow 3 stars because of whereby we can see for those whereby we can see that the monthly can get in more than 200 positive cash flow lah, with return of capital around 7 to 10% roughly. And last but not least is the Mayo itself, which is 1 star after we considering the price, the cash flow, and the USP. So hence we put it as a 1 star. So overall rating is for capital gain rating is 2.5. The cash flow rating is 2.6. Okay. And our next residence is Armani Residence. Okay. This project is located in Jalan Arang, Kepong Baru. It's really within the center of the Kepong lah. And the developer is by the Magna Prima Berhad. We can say it's a mid-sized developers. This project is the super low density leasehold project with 306 units over 39 stories. And as you can see, the layout is starting from 754 square feet, 3-bedder, up to type B5, 1084 square feet, 3-bedder. There's only one layout with multiple sized for this one. Okay, and the completion estimation will be in 2027. As for the facilities and amenities, there's no rooftop facilities for this project. There's only a level 8, which is swimming pool, like leisure deck, pool deck, gymnasium, terrace, surau, and etc. lah. But in terms of amenities nearby MRT, we can say that it's offer excellent connectivity because MRT Kepong Baru and Metro Prima stations are within the friendly walking distance lah. Approximately, if you go in the map, it's within 5 to 10 minutes or less than 600 meters. And it's like you just need to walk a bit and there's jejantas for you to cross over the road lah. And last but not least, the amenities nearby, there's a schools, the SJKC Kepong, SMK Kepong Baru, and one school, the international, yeah, there's also one international school there lah, and many other schools within the area juga. So next, this is the Azure marketing POV. The agent said that one of the key selling points are this project is the super low density with only 10 units per floor and strategically locations and it's quite attractive for a buyer who likes for privacy and looking for a convenience area lah that's surrounding by a commercial retail because dekat bawah Armani tu there's a lot of commercial retails lah and there's a lot of restaurants if you go there. And it's a practical layout sized, like I said before, that's starting from 754 square feet, 3-bedder. Okay, so next. So this project, net PSF starting from 660, and yes, it's quite high. It's quite, I can say it's not that cheaper lah if we compare to the Kepong area median of like 534 PSF. But even if we compare to if you see the mortgage and the rental projection, right? Even if we compare with the several 3-bedder rental from the Hearst, the Henge, the Mizumi resident, and the Fortune Perdana like site, the rental still can cover the installment because the mortgage starting from 2,235 per month for 754 square feet, the smallest layout for this project. All right. So next is add property filter. Price 3-star. Because in this projection, in this filter, we use 3-bedder, 754 square feet, whereby the PSF roughly from 526 PSF. Oh, my bad, sorry. 3 stars. Booster 3 stars. Supply versus demand 4 stars. MRO 3 stars because of 3-bedder multiple layout. For MRO, a whole unit rental can be done with still gaining a positive cash flow lah from this size. And it's also 600 meters from MRT, which is like I said before, within a walking distance. Hence, we give it 3 stars. And the cash flow is 3 stars. Can achieve break even with slightly positive cash flow. And for this one, particularly this one, I'm using the rental 2003 lah as a reference, but still can go up till you can use rental till 2005 to 2006 rental projections based on the nearby comparable in the previous slide. Okay, so the USP is 2 stars because of the size and it's near to the MRT stations. ROC capital 3 stars, whereby you can gain more than 30K with return on capital above 30%. And the ROC cash flow 3 star also because with zero capital, this project you can get with a zero capital and get a positive cash flow. Thus, it's 3 stars. And last but not least is multiple exit options, 1 stars. After considering the price, again, the landed median within the area, the cash flow, and the USP. Hence, I put it 1 star lah. So overall capital gain rating is 2.7 and the cash flow rating is 2.8. Okay, so next.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Okay, clear.
Okay, sure. So the next one we have is actually Barren Residence. This one is actually part of the I would say master plan called Lake City by Country Gardens, and also agent is saying there's a JV between Country Garden and also Park City Holdings, which is the Desa Park City's developers. So next slide. This is their second phases. Their first phase is called Arunya. So the second is called Barren Residence. Currently, it's number of units 1,077 units. It's a leasehold. So layout wise, it has different layouts. Smallest is about 547 square feet, 1 bed, 1 bath, up to 4 bedroom, 3 bathroom, which is 1,625 square feet lah. Completion they just repeat just 2 months ago. Number of story they have 43 stories for block A and B, and block C is 41 story. Facilities is come mainly for own space, so they have pool, gym, barbecue area, gaming room, multi-purpose hall, dance room, multi-purpose sport court, badminton. So it's kind of have I would say a number of facilities for this Barren resident as well. They also have rooftop facility, which is the garden, viewing deck, BBQ area. So for this Barren residence, right, the locations I would say is slightly, I would say, not to say to the centers of Kepong. So usually when we talk about center of Kepong, people will refer to like where's the areas located lah. So this Barren residence is actually more closest towards Batu Cave area, MR2 ring, so our Jalan Kuching side. So the highway accessibility is through MR2, Jalan Sultan Azlan Shah, Jalan Kuching. Okay, primary school, in this area, there's quite a number of primary school. So there's 3, secondary school have 2, international school there's none, so healthcare is 2, shopping mall and grocery is 3. So for Barrens, right, it's mainly, I would say, quite a number of people actually choose to own stay around this area. So next slide is the point of view from the agents. So Barren Residence is a pet friendly. So I actually know some of the owners who from this Lake City's master planship. So they will say some of the Desa Park people, they move out from Desa Park City and move it here because this is also one of the pet friendly condominium available for them. Then the other part is this is considering going to be a master plan with the hospital, commercial offices and hotels. I a bit doubted this master plan to be happen in a few years time down the road because actually I stay around this area, just one street at the same street of this Barren residence, so I can know lah how it is doing with this. So I'm quite doubt actually the master plan is going to happen because agents keep pushing me, telling that, hey, this master plan is going to happen. We have these Park cities, but I don't think so. It is going to happen because Desa Park City's developer, which is Park City Holdings, they promoted Cyber Jaya, which is actually far from KL, but they do the promotion for that instead of this Lake City. So I don't think so they will make this happen, or they are the main developer for these lake cities lah. So they for this lake city, but Park City Holding is not the developer of this township, I would say. So this is what I find it a bit red flag when I talk to the agents, because when I open up the mapping to see land acquisitions around the road. So I don't think this master plan is going to happen in a short time, especially we know Country Gardens facing some financial issue as well. So in terms of the other downside of this master plan township, I would say is the high density. Actually, the initial plan of this lake city is actually having 9 phases, and each phases have 3 blocks. So total of it could add up about 27 blocks lah. But then they eventually change to some hotels, commercial hospitals, which if you go to the showroom, the master plan is kind of big surrounding the lakes. But unfortunately, today we only have these 2 residential towers available in the town. Okay, so next slide is the investment details of this Barron residence. So currently the net per square feet is about 670 per square foot. Rebate wise is about 16%. If you're owner, you're getting about 20%. Okay, medians of this, I would say we are only considering the median for this, I would say more closest towards the MR2 ring instead of the other part of Kepong that's more closest towards Aeon or even Menjalara area. Okay, hence the median was taken in 630 per square foot, which is considering the Eco Sky median transacted. So current rental, we actually have 2, which is the best comparable itself, which is Barron Residence or Aradia Residence. So for their 1 bedder, it's about 1,008 to 2,000 lah. Aradia is almost similar because Aradia is kind of a bit older than Barron, because Aradia completed is 2024. So it's about 1.5 year differences comparing. So in terms of 2 bedroom in the area was about 2001 to 2004 or 5 lah. 3 bedroom is about 2006 to 3000. The biggest size 4 bedroom is about 2008 up to 3006. So I would say if let's say you go for the investment for this product, probably the smallest size to able to mix a little bit of positive cash flow, but a big size you are just going to break even or make some negative cash flow, including if your maintenance if you're considering it. Okay, so the next slide is the 8 property filter. So we have actually the price is 2.7 because the price is slightly above the median. Boosters wise, actually I kind of hesitated of giving this booster mark because other than considering they have having commercial shop lots right below, but I'm a bit doubted whether the master plan of these lake cities is going to happen in few time. Actually, when the conversation between me and the agent was he tell me the commercial mall is going to be up in 3 years time, but I stay beside the site. I don't see anything there, okay, for the commercial mall. Then immediately I asked that, I think maybe he found out I'm who. Then the next day he texted me through my phone, say, I think you know quite a lot of this, so he don't want to overpromise me about the master plan lah. So
I'm sure already lah, who you are, that's why.
At least it's correct. At least I find it, at least they corrected lah. You mean if I'm kind of, when I go to the sales gallery, because they have like a market lah, so like a night market, so in the Lake City to promote, to bring crowd, right? So I just went again to market and just to check out the latest deal, right? So then yeah, I give them numbers, just want her to send me more details lah. But yeah, eventually the next day he tell me like, I think you know quite a lot. So she take back the message of the mall is going to be up 3 years. I say, because she say DPKS have approved, so the malls must be up in 3 years down the road lah. But this is the conversion happening in the sales gallery. But the next day she just tell me that she take back the lines that the mall is going to up in 3 years time. So I doubted that also. So the booster for this master plan, I kind of a bit lacking. So which as for now, I don't consider is a big booster for this Lake City, because if you're talking about this one in the same stretch of piece of I would say Taman Wayu side, actually you have Lakeview, you have Sri Wayu, which is affordable housing, affordable homes. Then you have Lake Cities, then you have PPA, your affordable house, then you have Eco Sky, then you have 99 Residency and also 99 Legend. This is just on the same street of Taman Wayu. This is how many of number of residential in this area. So I kind of doubted with the master plan. There's so many phases coming out to compete in this just one small street, because the road is kind of congested whenever we go in and out lah. So I don't think really so. So supply and demand is kind of big number. So it's about close to 9,108 units, because all the density around this area is kind of high. It's all above 1,000. MRO is 3-star. It can do whole unit. Some people even do room rental in this area. Cash flow is just barely break even. USP, I'll just give 3-star considering the facilities, commercials for this one. Return of capital gain is 3-star. Cash flow is 2-star, because it depends on how much cash flow you want it. It comes with certain of cash out actually for this property. So MEO is 1-star after considering the high densities and kind of a bit hesitating for the boosters of or master plan township of this, because they are selling kind of high price point with the master plan concept, but kind of doubted which this is going to happen or not lah. So at the end of the day, the capital gain rating for this is 2.2, the cash flow is 2.9. So the next one we have is actually in the same area, which is next one, which is 99, Residence 99 phase 2, which is called 99 Legend. It's already constructed few podiums. Currently, I think the construction is stopped. I heard some rumors that they are changing developers lah. So hopefully it will continue. I mean, they are just selling few, but I mean, I don't think so. The sales is very a lot for this, because they're just starting to pre-launch in mid of this year. Then yeah. So for this Residency 99, which is phase 2 of this, I would say small town. This is not a township or master plan. This is purely residential actually. So next slide is the details of the development. So number of units 1,214 tenuous leasehold. Layout wise is smaller is 2 bed 2 bath 735 square feet. The biggest is actually 1,152 square feet. Is a 3 bed 3 bath, but actually they have a 4 bedroom one is 1,050 square feet. So I think they just want to give more choices to those who want more rooms, but then if let's say you want lesser room but bigger space, you can go with 1,152 square feet, because the first phases Residency 99 itself actually have many of the owners, I would say OG for Kepongs buy for own stay, because the developer of this Residency 99 was kind of well known in those Kepong people, so they built kind of many development in Kepong, so they kind of know this developer. So actually quite a number of people buy this for purpose of own stay, because there was advertising for luxury development actually. So completion for this phase 2 is actually 2028, number of stories 52 story, facilities is, I would say a number is more than 50, so have different levels up to 51 and 52. Something special about this is they have 2 pool, which is actually one is at the podium of level 11 and the other one is at level 52, which is the sky pool, the sky gym, sky jacuzzi lah. So other than this is probably the second one with the sky pool in the area of Kepong. So amenities is quite similar. So next slide is the agent point of view. So it's promoting for luxury facilities suitable for own stay, strategic location, because this is just right next to the MR2 ring. And also developers will build a flight over to cut the traffic for these phases of Residency 99. So probably the downside is another phases. Actually, the phases of it is actually come with 3 phases in their part of land. So this phase 2, so it's a bit unfair for phase 1 people, if those who bought it, because this phase 2 is going to build the KL. It's going to block the KL city skyline view from the phase 1. So I think the phase 1 people is kind of regretting once they found out, hey, this is going to be up, and the flooring is kind of high, it's about 52 floors. Okay, so next one is the investment point of view for these second phases, which is 99 Legend. So the net per square feet of this is about 610 per square feet. Median is about 630 per square foot for this area. So current rental will take the current, which is the closest, the first phases, which is called Residency 99. The 3 bedroom is about 2001 to 2004, 4 bedroom about 2005. So for this Residency 99, there's some of it was doing for actually room rental as well. Mainly due to because there's actually rapid bus actually come along this line to pick up people to go to MRT 3 Delima. So it's every 30 minutes or 1 hour for this Taman Wayu residents actually. So this is how room rental is actually doable around here. So I missed out the other part is actually KTM lah. So but KTM is kind of, I would say, not that helpful because the frequency of KTM is not that frequent. Okay, so in terms of mortgages, if let's say you go for the 2-bedroom, it's about 2,002. The biggest size is 1,000, close to 3,000 lah. So this one is going to be negative cash flow purchases only for own stays for this one. So a bit downside of this developer I heard is because the workmanship lah. So not sure. Hopefully the phase 2 they will do better. Okay, so the next slide is the 8 property filter. So the price is about 3, booster is 3 because there's nothing else going to up for this area unless then the location is near to the MR2. Supply and demand kind of lot, so it's 1.75. Multiple rental option is 3, considering the whole unit rental and so room rental demand. Cash flow is 2, USP is 2, capital gain is 3, cash flow is 2, MU is 1. So due to I would say it's kind of a bit lacking in terms of the specialty of the product other than being a luxury facilities and yeah, across just next to the MR2. Hence, that's why making the capital gain of this property is just 2.3, cash flow is just 2.2. Okay, so the next one is actually the Nora, which is Desa Park City. So the next slide is the details of the property. The number is 1,156, probably is considering one of the highest density available in the Desa Park City launches, because most of their launches come with like low dense 400, 500, 600, 700 or 300 for the high rises. This is slightly different. So tenant is freehold, layout size is the smallest 520 square feet, the biggest is 1,282 square feet, up to 3+1 or 4-bedder lah. So completion is 2027, but I saw the construction of it is kind of fast. Probably you might being completed slightly earlier than expected. Okay, number of stories 52 story. Facilities is kind of different. So sorry, I think it's 38 stories. So they have the retail shop lot right below, because they understand that the Desa Park City is kind of being kind of big, the whole master plan. So they have Plaza Arcadia area. Then they have the waterfront. So Nora is actually slightly behind areas close to the South Brooks area. So they understand maybe the needs of this commercial area. So they build commercial for this Nora as well. So it will be commercial shop lots right below. So amenities is close to NKV, LDP or Duke. Nora, Desa Park City come with their own international school, their own medical centers. They have kind of shopping mall or grocery, which is you have in Arcadia or waterfront area. You can do your Aeon shopping grocery over there. So the next slide is the marketing point of view. Actually, this Nora is currently sold out. Current those unlisted is probably those owners who started to sell their units. I've seen few owner lah. So if wanted to buy, probably you have to buy with cash, to track in their units. So it's a comprehensive master plan by the Desa Park City's proven track record from their transaction, which everyone has known it. So it's a well-known developers, and for this is the commercial lots right below lah. Okay, so for the next one is the investment point of view. It's kind of interesting because when the time that launches, the net per square feet is about 1,050 per square feet. Currently, the median for the Desa Park City is 1,380 per square feet, not considering Park region, which is selling a crazily high price point of like 1,600, 700 or up to 2,180 per square feet. So it's just tackling those around South Brooks area, West 3 sites to be much more comparable, because I would say the Park region is kind of a bit different animals in I would say people's eyes. Okay, so rentals while taking in South Brooks, 2-bedder is about 3,008 to 4,005, 3-bedroom is 5,005 to 6,005. So mortgages, if let's say you go for 1-bedroom, it's about 2,003, 2-bedder is 2,700. So 3-bedroom is 5,004. So most of the property here in the Desa Park City is going to give you positive cash flow. I think that is most of the reason why people are rushing to buy. Other than the capital gain, the other reason is probably the cash flow that can go in lah. But of course, it's different animals. It's like different levels of investors investing the game lah. Okay, so next slide is the 8 property filter for Nora Despak City. Price 4.5, boosters is 5 because it's kind of complete master plan. Supply and demand 3.3. I would say Despak City developer is kind of smart during their planning of launches. So I say, I mean, some developer have different strategy, right? Some developer will launch like their next phases, next block in like 6 months or 1 year down the road. So usually the few blocks is going to repeat almost at the same time. It's get delays and almost all the units go repeat together. So it will kind of affect the market because suddenly you have a pool of units coming in. So the Despak City is kind of smart. So they slowly launches phases by phases. Their first thing started at landed houses about 2005, 20 years back then. So they are slowly launches. So because of different phases launches, different years completion, so it actually slowly with the proven track record, people trust this master plan. So the price is, is increased annually from the last time. So this is why it justifies the supply and demand for this completion from 5 years time. The road is kind of less. So multiple rental options is 2.3 because it's kind of limited. It's only can go for whole new rentals. No one is going to do room rental here. It's not going to profit anyway because the whole unit is going to make more money and no Airbnb can be done over here. Cash flow is 5 because it's going to be positive. USP is 4. Return of capital gain is 5. Cash flow is 4. MU is 3. So I believe it's kind of easy for you to exit. But it's just that the price what the investors wanted to exit. So I've known some of the owners here, they kind of hold few units, then they say wanted to continue to buy or not to let go. Yeah, they want to wait for the better price, or yeah, that's probably I would say something that I won't face at this current stage because I don't have any units in Despak City. So yeah. So at the end of the day, the capital gain rating for this product is 4.3, cash flow is 4.1. I want to declare that I disclaim that I don't have any interest in this Despak City, that I gave this such a high price point. It's just purely for the markets for this Despak City lah. Okay, so that's all from Nora Despak City. So I'll pass to the next presenter.
Thank you, Albee. What a great disclaimer, Albee. Oh. Right. So yeah, quite a lot of area got covered, which gonna be the same as property I'll be reviewing. So I'll go quick. Right. The first one is Banasri Damansara Amaya Residence. Right. Next slide. So this property we reviewed before, I think it's about episode 6 or 7. One of the property at the DOG out of 5, Amaya Residence. We reviewed but this time is on the based on the A property filter, right? So just recap the details, roughly about 1,002 out of 2 towers units, right? Tenure is freehold, layout roughly about 554 up to 1,230 to 3-bedder. You have calculation probably up to approximately about 2,028. Number of story is about 68 story, and these are the facilities, right? Can go through in details later. Right, in the amenities and accessibilities, this one is this Amaya Residence is located intersection between MR2 as well as LDP, one of the would say one of the busiest or famous intersection in Klang Valley as well, especially for North KL North area, right? And this Amaya Residence is they sell as a luxury spec kind of property. That attached together with the mall potentially and the other components of in the same township and master plan, and also gonna attach to the MRT Sri Damansara Central, right? And as of now, they already have a link bridge to this area lah. It's quite long, but it is linked to this area from the MRT, right? Just FYI. Next slide. So this is the USP based on the developer and agents master concept. Yes, master plan concept. Premium furnishing, as they sell this property as a premium spec and furnishing kind of residence. Link bridge to MRT station. They already have the link bridge already existed. It's again, it's quite long, but it's quite far from MRT station, but it's linked, right? And it's got covered bridge lah, right? Well connected location as mentioned, the intersection of LDP and MR2, quite a nice and quite a famous and busy intersection lah, in Klang Valley, right? Flexible layout for both on stay and investment lah, right? So next slide. So this is on investment verdict. Net price roughly starting from 900 ringgit PSF. Median of Bandar Sri Damansara, particularly roughly about 1,000 ringgit PSF for new, or roughly about 680, 690 ringgit PSF lah, right? Rental looking at Tivo Suites and Azalea Resident, those located in the same vicinity lah. Looking at studio up to 2,000 and 2,200. One bedder is up to 2,400. Looking at up to 4,000 ringgit for 3-bedder at Artivo and Azalea, up to 4,300 ringgit monthly rental. Is not bad. It's considered one of the highest if considered on the KL North lah, right? But again, this one is would say is the premium is more towards the address as well as the the proximity to the commercial and the premium located location lah. All right. So looking at the mortgage, roughly from 1-bedder to 3-bedder, roughly about 2,002 at to 4,400. By looking at this and to compare the rental on the existed property in the area, looking at potentially can go close to break even lah, right? Versus the mortgage versus the rental, right? As of today for Amaya residents. Okay, next slide. So this is on the e-property filter. After run through precisely, price wise, we run and turn out it at 3-star average for price, and we do compare to Bandar Sri Damansara median again, looking at 1,000 ringgit PSL for new property just now, right? Hence it's a 3-star. Booster looking at considering at the mall master plan, hence it's a 4-star. MRT is considered existed infra lah, right? Not a booster. Supply demand 2.5 due to the completed and upcoming supply in the area. MRO 3.5-star. Mainly focusing on the long-term rental and potentially medium. Since it's focusing on the more and MRT focus, right? Rental segmentation is more towards family, single aspect or local like the area, right? Cash flow is a 3-star. Almost all unit might give you close to a break-even benchmark to the current property market rental in the area, right? USP is a 3-star, more towards the spec, price and also master plan, right? Return on capital gain is a 3-star, cash flow is a 2-star range due to the return on capital from the renters giving slightly close to break-even cash flow. And on the capital gain, we believe the number is due to the renters versus the price fetched on the far comparison developments, right? On multiple exit option, MEO is a 2-star, not bad, right? Due to one, price, also price versus landed in the area. So for this one, we are not simply rated for 2-star lah, but basically stated that if the price and another consideration is the reason why lah, right? Hence, the cash flow capital gain rating is a 2.9-star and cash flow rating roughly about 3.1-star lah for these Amaya residents. Okay, so next property, which is M Nova, another M series by Masing developer, quite famous all over the Klang Valley or even outside of Klang Valley, right? Next slide. Right, so this one is located at MRR2, near the landmark is near Kiara Bay, opposite side, right? You can see there's some Masing portfolio completed, M Luna, and there are some more, M Zenya, located in the same vicinity. So M Nova is one of them, right? Number of unit about 2,080 units per acre, roughly about 260 unit per acre, right? Tenure is leasehold. Layout size is very Masing. It's very would say it's very straightforward lah. Type A, B, C or D lah. 700, 850 and 1,000 for 2, 3 and 4-bedder. You can see all across Klang Valley. We can say mainly of Masing development develop their design their floor plan based on this size and this layout lah, right? You have corporation on paper roughly of Q4 2027, but I think it's stopping already. It stopped already. Reached the top floor already, right? 32 floors, and facilities is quite a lot considering this KL North there's not much development that provides or offers massive facilities. I would say one of them is N99 Resident. Upcoming is gonna be Nova, one of the best product in the area, one of the best facilities or the massive facilities in the area after 99 Resident, right? And this is Masing, I would say, right? So you can see BBQ, Pavilion, Hammock Garden on all of the facilities that provided by developer lah, right? Amenities, accessibilities, would say most of the same with 99 Resident and also Zik Resident just now lah, right? So next slide. Agents marketing POV, most affordable price point in KL. They claim this is the cheapest in Kuala Lumpur. We can say on per square feet point of view, we say yes, as well as potentially on the absolute point of view, lah, right? Great accessibility is located next to MRR2, one of the most busiest highway in Klang Valley, right? Lakeview, it's not really direct, but it's nearby, lah, right? Reputable and trusted developer. This one as well as I mentioned, Masing in the area, they got few portfolio, right? Is quite a well-known developer lah, like practical layout and modern features, right? It's like okay, on that price, roughly actually about 470 ringgit. Sorry for the typo. So versus a Kepong median, roughly about 530 ringgit. So roughly about 10 to 15% below median of the area, right? So rental in the area we do compare to 99 Resident and M Luna, one of the most closest comparable, right? On the new launches comparable, it is considered Zik Residence, located on just opposite side, right? Mortgage type A, B, and C or D, roughly from 2001 to 2,800 ringgit, right? Monthly. Okay. So next slide. So this is the A property filter star rating. Price wise, roughly about 3.7 star average for price. We do compare to the KL North side, KL North side area, especially towards the new launches I mentioned, Zik Residence, and some others lah, right? Also the subsidy median. So this is considered the cheapest property in the KL North area lah, right? Available in the area as of today. Booster is 3 star, the supply demand 3.8 star. MRO is 3.5 star. Mainly focusing on the long-term rental, potentially is one. And potentially some market of medium, also with mix of own stay segment, right? Since the rental is quite strong, towards the area, we can see the portfolio, M Luna, right? Rental on the developer's best reputation in the area is quite strong, right? So other than that, on the MRO bit is rental segmentation is more towards, would say is more towards family and single local in the area, right? Cash flow is a 4 star again due to the price, due to the right price lah. Versus the median is considered lower than the median, right? Match with the market rentals of today. USP is a 4 star, more towards the price especially, right? When we're talking about the cheapest in the KL North or even KL as of today lah. Return on capital, capital gain is 4 star, cash flow is 4 star range. Due to return on capital from the renters giving a positive cash flow. Also, to enter this might giving you a no capital required lah. Probably some same goes to some other property in the area as well, right? Our multiple exit option is a 4 star. Due to the one versus landed, and again simply win on the price versus other price lah, other new launches price with some other consideration, USP and cash flow. So that's the reason why lah, right? So the final capital gain rating is 3.75, cash flow rating about 3.7 star for this Nova, right? So next slide. So last but not least, Zenya. So this is another portfolio by the same developer as just now, Masing. This one located just next to the KL Metropolitan Lake, like Kepong Lake, but it's not located on KL Bay side. It's located on the Kepong side, proper Kepong side, right? So next slide. So it's a low density development, 690 units. They got mixed development. They have commercial located down at the ground floor, facing the lake, right? tenure is a leasehold. Layout is a little bit different from other M series. You can see 760 up to 1067 lah, for 2, 3, and 4 bedder size, right? And year of completion roughly about Q2 2028. Number of story about 38, and these are the facilities. Looking at this, they are actually implementing the Japanese theme kind of facilities and concept for the facilities as well as the whole development lah, right? For this one is considered quite unique in a way for massing product, right? Amenities, accessibilities, this is in the same area as other properties that we reviewed before lah. All right, so next slide. This is agents marketing POV, direct park to the lake access or lake view lah. So this one is located just next to the lake, right? Great accessibilities. Would say this is Kapong, so it's a Kapong accessibility lah, right? So price for a premium concept. This one and mentioned just now, they implemented a unique Japanese inspired theme and facilities kind of concept for this development, right? And this is actually one of the earliest master phase of the small master plan in this particular plot of land lah, right? And just for FYI, based on the Loyat, we can see updated is roughly about 90% sold for this Zenya lah, right? Out of 619 units available for the entire development, right? So next slide. Right, so price roughly about 550 ringgit PSF. Can see the median Kapong roughly about 530 ringgit, right? So rental, we do compare those really close comparable. We see the Henge and also the Mizumi Residency located also just next to this lake, right? Can see the 3-bedder is up to 2006, 4-bedder is up to 2007, right? So mortgage roughly from type A to type C, 2-bedder to 4-bedder, roughly starting from 2000 plus minus up to 2008 plus minus lah, roughly saja, right? So next slide. Right. So on the price wise, we will run the property filter on based on the price criteria roughly about 2.7 due to the price as mentioned about 550 ringgit PSF from, right? So in comparison to the Kapong median, it's roughly about the area median or slightly higher compared to the subsale median transaction in Kapong lah, right? So we do also compare those the new launches in the area. Apart from the only subsale transaction in the Kapong side, right? Hence it's 2.7 star in average. Booster is 3 star, supply demand 2 star. Talking about 2 star is talking about quite a number of supply focusing on the lake area. Mizumi, Henge, or even affordable house with all the completed property focusing on one segment or one section. It's not considering those upcoming launches as well, right? That focusing on the same vicinity lah, right? MRO is a 2.5 star, mainly focusing on the long-term rental that can break even, potentially medium term as well, right? Also, this is a mix with potentially our own stay segment lah, right? I would say that this area has quite a strong rental comparison in compared to other other development, other area of Kapong. This one is considered slightly better area due to potentially a premium lake premium lah, right? Hence you can see some of the developments like Mizumi as mentioned just now command slightly higher rental compared to other Kapong area, right? Cash flow is a 3 star. Again, due to the price is considered quite close to the median as well as the considered average lah for the new launch in Kapong area, 550 ringgit. USP is a 3 star, more towards the lake premium, right? This one is a very direct access spec with the team just now. With the small master plan and consider a mixed development consideration. So they have the commercial down there, right? Commercial return on capital gain is 3 star, cash flow also 3 star. Due to return on capital, the rental is giving potentially a positive cash flow. Also to enter this might you might enter this with no capital required as well, right? On multiple exit option is 2-star, not bad. Due to the price factor lah, it's not the cheapest among the cheapest, but again, simply win because of one of the factor like USP and also cash flow lah. So that's the reason why, right? And the final capital gain rating is 2.7 and cash flow rating is 3-star. Yeah, right. So I think that's all for all the properties that we are reviewing tonight, that we already reviewed 9 of them. So I think I can pass the floor to Faizul before we go to the Q&A.
Sure. So I think macam biasa, what we're gonna do here is that we're gonna bring all the panelists, right? We're gonna bring all of the panelists to go for your pick lah. What would be your pick out of the 9 properties we have reviewed tonight, right? What would be your pick to buy lah, basically? Okay, let's go with Sean first. Let's go, Sean.
Wow, if you are buying this location, teruk or competition.
Huh?
The amount of research, right? You are almost like helpless. So many things is going on. And just for context, I am very familiar with this location because I used to teach in Kumon Metro Prima. And the year I started my YouTube channel, Mizumi was launching. So last time apa pun tak ada, sekarang bergunung-gunung building. Wah. Then that time also no MRT yet. So I just went back like a month ago, tak kenal dah. All the shops all change, all business all change. I think good job on the research, but for those who are not familiar with properties, I think some homeworks to do first for a better spatial understanding. I just came back from M Arisa in Sentul. So M Arisa is next to M Centura along Jalan Sentul, the main Sentul Road lah. That is going to be the new set of typology moving forward if you're about to buy properties around 500,000, yet you want massive facilities, good privacy and furnishing. Because if you cannot do that, then it will be something like the Armani residence typology. In a standalone, one building, low density, but your facility also, Or you want to pay double, then you get something like Desa Park City or Amaya kind of level lah. So it's a definite jump in class and price. So by understanding that, only we can talk about how crazy the volume game is going to be like for this area. Therefore, personally, if I were to, now I'm going to be a fan of the M series. This one, people will comment, oh, Sean paid already, Sean collect money already, whatever lah. Tepuk dada lah. To me, after seeing M Centura, it's one of the best thing ever there in Jalan Sentul in terms of facilities. I'm still working on the video, belum keluar lagi, but I gotta say they found that perfect balance between privacy, experience, price, and luxury of facilities. Like for M Arisa, I think starting price is 350 or 380,000, right? They are giving gym equipment, apa tu? Techno gym.
Techno gym.
Yeah, so if you look into Techno Gym, you go into their website, if you go into Techno Gym's pricing, right? It's crazy, right? So if you go into the Fortuna or the old buildings around Kepong, right? Then you go in, then you look into the brand, you agak-agak know already. Okay, so even the top tier public listed companies, like all the, I don't know what we say, or like the Azrins, the first one is called apa tu?
Arunya.
The all those, right? The IJM, not IJM,
UEM.
UEM.
Zik Resident.
Yeah, even those are not using, you know. So if you look into M Vertica, if you look into M Oscar, look into M, a few more lah. It's crazy. I don't know how they do it. Okay. Then if you look at the layout in terms of density, you don't see door to door facing for units. Then you see the amount of lifts, 6 lifts servicing the number of units. Even 1 or 2 spoil, right? You still can cope up until the maintenance team. And I just found out that their team keeps winning maintenance awards. That is crazy. So by compiling all this data all together, then you look into the direction of the company, right? Hey, I kind of know what they're doing already. Like, they are not going to go into the 800,000 range because competition and oversupply thing, right? It's crazy. Might as well just focus on this segment, which is one side, JL's side, 99 side, which is the 800,000. It gets sky pool luxury kind of thing in Selayang. But the Dato Sri don't like me saying that it's Selayang. It's KL North. But on this side, then if you look into M Zenya, M Luna, M Nova, price range lebih kurang. But I gotta say the facilities, you guys gotta go see it for yourself. A bit surreal lah. Okay, but again, from a drone shot point of view, all looks like the Great Wall lah. So the comment is going to be, oh, the Great Wall of Selayang lah, the Great Wall of Kepong lah. But Mizumi kind of got that first. My choice then, is either 2. I'm not going to go Desa Park City because that's the easy choice.
Yeah. It's not even available to buy as of today lah. I mean, like,
Yeah.
we can all pick the Park City and we can afford it. Just buy the Park City lah. Show me money. Yeah.
Yeah, lor. Close eye, buying.
Close eye lah. Just buy.
So
Purely
I'm good.
Park City.
Yeah, lor. So I am going to, I'm not going to touch the Lake City side of things because I don't know how Jalan Sibu is going to sustain all those, right? And I don't like the experience of driving through Taman Wayu. The main road is to drive through a residential area. And sometimes got people, birthday party lah, wedding lah, walao. I don't like it. Okay, I've been to whatever available projects there already. Don't like it. So I'm gonna go with Armani first. I think Armani because walking distance to two main commercial areas within the address. So in terms of job opportunities, in terms of livability, superb. I think the mother, if they are bringing their families alone at home, right, they basically don't have to drive one. Because you walk down, you have Metro Prima, you have Aeon Big, you got Aeon Mall, and it's literally the same road away to Desa Park City lah, if they want to go there lah. The next one, Banasi Damansara also if I atas. The tough one is between Zenya and Nova. Do I want to be the best one in Selayang market side, or do I want to be participating next to Hench and Mizumi? That's the part I cannot make. Yeah, but I think I'm going to go with M Nova on the Selayang side of things, because there, besides the 168 mall, we just got revived, right? Nothing is that exciting lah. But if you look into the infrastructure road there, actually everything is being revived. So I will pick M Nova. 2. Sorry
Okay.
for the long winding.
M Nova and the first one is what?
Armani.
Armani. Okay. Okay. In a way, cheapest and most expensive lah.
Alah, But you don't talk about Sri Damansara atas side lah.
Yeah. I got an update on on that side lah. So wise choice.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's go, Azrin.
Okay. Actually, at first bila dengar Sean cakap benda tu, actually apa yang Sean pilih tu, I akan pilih yang tu juga sebenarnya.
Yeah.
Just my first ni lah. Tapi sebab
Semua
Sean
tak
dah
payah
bagi
jawab
tu.
lah macam tu.
Okay. But after considering Nova, Armani, actually I ada 3 masa tu, my top 3 lah.
Baru ada berapa je
ada 3.
selection. Oh, okay.
Tapi ada 2 je yang kita pilih. My top 3 Residency Zik. Lepas tu Armani, which is Sean already mentioned about, and Nova lah.
Zik.
Because yeah, Residency Zik. Because of actually I'm kind of person yang akan tengok master plan punya integrated project lah. Like first of all, when I'm doing my research, I will like macam tengok like is that area ada master plan ke tak or what. But when I'm doing these zigs, even though like right now they betul-betul potong harga lah. Should be the starting price
Because
to SPA tu kan.
it's going to be like Connaught mah. Connaught 1 mah.
Betul.
It's the same model mah.
Yep.
So now every developer is going into it lah. Besides Sunway and IGM, everyone else is going in. Like Duduk series by EcoWorld, you can see that Zik Connaught 1, same model, but Masing went in first. So Masing had more time to perfect the whole formula. It's only about time everybody else will copy lah.
It is.
Sorry, I need to respect your choice. Don't want to influence. I'm not selling.
And I'm choose first, my top one is Residency Zik lah. Because of the master plan. And more because of the layout itself lah. Got dual key layout. And for me, it's helped me lah kalau if I want to buy a property for investment purpose, this one dual key layout will be the right choice for me lah because it's allow me to like flexible rental strategy, like I can stay plus rent or maybe I can split the rental for higher yield lah. But yeah, my second top choice is Nova lah. And all the reasons Sean already mentioned atas. And moreover because it's a Masing brand. Tak kena bayar oleh Masing. Because it's a Masing brand, kita tahu, we know that Masing is a good developer known for their affordable high demand projects lah that help to ensuring like they say in the website, ensuring the liquidity and the secondary market lah. Even the smaller layout pun, which is starting from 700 square feet tu, it's quite attractive, especially for me, a young professional and the investor lah who's seeking for a rental yield. And on top of that, it's positioned in the Kepong town center. And yeah, it's already established rental market lah with a ready tenant catchment like workers ada kat sana, families and students. So it might be easy for us if we buy the property, and it's not that hard lah to find a tenant because like I said, the tenant dah ready, but we need to put extra effort to like apa orang kata, to promote our layout unit lah. And last, because of the cheapest lah, the competitive entry price compared to the surrounding new launches. So for me, in terms of capital appreciation tu, yeah, it's really helpful. So yeah, Nova and Zik Residence. So Zakri, how about you?
Wah. I'll go for Nora Che. Nora Desa Pasti. So yeah. Since we don't
You.
put Nora as part of the choice, so okay. I don't take that lah. Since we don't put that part of the choice, just another animal. So I take out this Nora. But Sean bukan nak meniru, but I'll go for Nova juga. simply because of the price. Think the best property when you enter at the right price, right? Why you spend more? Rental is part of the concern for the area, but with the same spec. Rental is no more a concern if you're at the right price, right? So today you can see almost all developments is looking at nothing below than 500 ringgit PSF for the area. Even 99 residents after the quality issue too, go lower upscale pun roughly about 530, 520 PSF je, right? You're still looking Amnova still are the cheapest right? Would say it's a safe buying for everybody. Own still or even investment. And yeah, cheapest but today is the only, and also today is the only one that below 500 ringgit PSF dekat KL North. And maybe KL could at this absolute price and also this PSF price So Amnova. Albee?
So hard lah. Semua orang pilih M no ah. Okay. So I think actually I should be the one who actually have the most says over here because I really stay around the Kopong for almost I think 3 or 4 years already. Okay, so I've
You
seen
still staying there? You still staying there?
Wah, just because you
Eh,
stay there, wah.
I still staying here,
cannot
still staying
there.
here. Soon move to Bangsar South. But of course, like I
Oh,
spent
move to Bangsar
12
South.
12 hours
Okay.
in Kopong, sleeping,
Okay.
staying, eating. The other side in Bangsar area lah.
Jinjang or Wayu side?
I
Jinjang
stay
Wayu
Wayu
side.
side. I stay Lakeview, which is the
Eh,
Marsiling
okay.
Plaza.
Then I ask you, did you eat the okay? Sorry, ini haram but makanan haram.
Astaga!
Tutut linga.
The bak there that at night the 11 was
The
still
Henkei
there.
still there.
If
Still there.
I go there so many times, wow, I got so angry. I go there always sold out, right? I don't go again. Oh, okay. Anyway, but there's this restaurant that sells bak there, right? He opens midnight one.
Yeah.
So 11 dia mau buka, then by 1, 2 o'clock habis.
Yeah.
Oh,
So Kopong is a good place lah. A lot of
okay lah.
good.
Sure. Okay, sorry. Then just now you say the JL 99
99.
is not doing
Yeah.
phase 2 already.
It's doing the construction is up to I think like level 5, 6. I just passed through also just now. I went to the Spark City, then dinner back to my house. So still doing, but just currently I think it's stopped because of I heard rumors is changing of developers. I asked few sentiments up there, people are saying even the phase 1 people are saying the construction stopped. Currently they don't hear anything lah. There might be changing of developers for this phase number 2.
Change developer or change contractor?
Contractor. Change contractor.
Okay, then get it. Okay. You said
Yeah,
change
change
developer.
contractor.
How to change developer?
No,
Okay,
change the contractor.
Okay.
The main yeah.
Okay, then
So
understood.
I think because the phase 1, a lot of maybe a lot of some issues complaining lah. So they trying
the
to
leaking,
make
the
it
leakages
better. I didn't say, yeah. I mean, we don't have to say
Everybody know.
it's up. Yeah, it's up in the news. So yeah, so they try to improve it better lah for the second phases. Hopefully it will do well because from observation, it's really a lot of people buy for own sale. I asked my friends, I mean, they are original Kapong born raised here. They will know this 99 developers. Yeah. Even the Lake Park one also built by them, so they kind of know this lah. So many Kapong people will just buy from these developers. So unfortunately, the phase 1 doesn't turn out to be good. Hopefully, the phase 2 will meet up the expectation lah. But just like what you say, the Jalan Sibu is crazy. The SRO is bad. The morning is super back up because there's so many developments on the same street. So I definitely won't go for anything here. Yeah, because of the location lah. It's probably good for Onsei because a lot of I think there's 3 schools just around the corner for secondary school and also primary. Morning, a lot of people there. if let's say go further a bit, if let's say go for more center, then I'll pick Armani Residence because of the commercial areas. Kind of strategic location. But if let's say you go for the other side, which is the Kepong Gi side, which is the new commercial area, it's where happening, which is where the Mizumi area is located at. It's kind of exciting for that area, but to me is there's too much too many blocks around there. So I mean everyone is competing from the lake, so it's up from the Eva zigzag talking about the lake view or whatever, up to the Kepong Gi, which is the Zenya series. So I won't pick the area because everyone is if you let's say you just talk about the same selling points of lake view, okay. Lake City also have lake view. Kepong Gi also have lake view. Everyone is the same lake view. There's nothing special about this. So probably last out of this talking about back to the core of everything, being an own a suitable area for prices to enter, I probably pick Noah. To me, at least, location kind of still all right. Price is very attractive actually. So it's easy to enter, easy to exit probably in the future as well. Because to me, if let's say those are selling, for the specialty of this, but there's so many of competitions around, I think it would be kind of competitive for you to exit. But Noah side, I think should be quite all right. But at least for the price point, it's kind of easy for them to exit. So personally, if you talk about facilities, I will give a thumbs up for Masing because I personally stay in this Lakeview for about 3.5 years time. I would say all the facilities is very nice. The way they design is mainly made for own stays. I think that's the things to shout for Masing product actually lah. So far from all we see from their new series, M series, it's kind of doing well because Lakeview is their past series actually. So this Lakeview is kind of JD product also from Masing, but it's doing quite well. It's almost 8 years completed from now. Everything is well maintained, just like you say, the gym, the things that they use is up to quality lah. They use techno gym for their facilities. Design wise, structuring of the buildings, they won't face each other, even though this Lakeview is 6 block or actually 7 block, including is 3 YU affordable homes, but you won't see each other units, and they separated accordingly to blocks. So I would say out of this, considering the density, locations, prices, I will pick either Noah because of the price, facilities kind of stand out. If let's say those who really want to be in like very, very good location of commercials, then maybe you can go with Armani, should be quite all right. In terms of grocery, because Aeon is nearer. If you go for Noah, the nearest probably is Kiara Bay, is Village Grocer or Jara Grocer in the Kiara Bay side. So within the Noah below also have commercial lots lah. I think should be quite all right to sustain for normal groceries. If not, you go to Lotus lah. Lotus around the corner also near to Eco Sky. Yeah.
Throughout the research, right? Okay, based on their behavior of the developer, will there be intersection from MRR2 extend going into MNOVA?
I think that there will be because still quite
that
a number
is very
of,
their pattern one.
Yeah, they still can go. I mean, accessibility you have to make a turn lah, but at least that's why the compromising of the price point, I guess. And people are talking about this Masing, putting at this price point, this location. Will people just make the turn because the MR2 ring is kind of crazy also sometimes. But
okay, we have been to Federal Highway, we've been to Jalan Ceras. Nothing is impossible at this point already.
Yeah.
And because JL99 Township also did a turn.
Yes, they did a turn also. Yeah.
And it cost, I forgot how much the Dato Sri tell me.
It's very, very costly actually for the turn.
3.8 million you divide by
for
2,000
the
units, okay.
flyover, yeah. So, but at least I would say it's an initiative taken by the developers. Some developers just don't give any shit about it. Just, okay lah, this is KL, right? It's kind of normal for you to jam all the way, but I would say it's
But you don't know whether got
appreciation.
extension or not lah.
Extension, from what I heard, they say it's going to open up the road just to cut in through lah. So at least to cut a bit of the traffic. Yeah, this is from what I heard. But as for now, the main is access, still the main access lah, going through
The beautiful lake ah.
beautiful,
Wonderland lah.
yeah, this they actually, the Lamansari can cut through actually. The Lamansari then just turn the other round, which is next to it. It's the Amira Residency that I saw in the chat back.
Yeah.
Actually, Amira Residency
Yeah.
is a kind of concept of affordable homes concept. It's not really normal, I would say, open markets. I mean normal units market lah. So affordable homes, there's different specification, right? So it's Amira is more towards that, catering for big sizes, affordable prices, but affordable homes lah. Yeah, that's for my take code. Yeah, for location and things for a pick and Noah at the end of the day. Yeah. Okay, I saw a comment, just a foot of thought. This M1 really that matured. Because talking about facility, there's no bus stop, no MRT, no ingress and outgress is caught. Okay. So currently, I think the location wise, if you want to talk as in really matured, as in like Kepong, like the Aeon side, it's not that, but at least they doing the ingress and outgress route now actually. So of course now there's no bus stop because currently I think the one
Jalan
that's
pun tak ada.
you have to go through the Lamansari side lah, just turn in and out lah. So it's just the currently it's only Lamansari, the front end, which is just right opposite the 99, is actually started to occupy like VP. So I think there's no bus stop, but future hopefully they will put up when things is up there for this Amira and also Noah side lah, because there's nothing there ma. So I think that's the point of view, they don't really put up anything yet actually. Yeah.
But this one, who asked or Aston? But this one really, you gotta think about. Okay, based on experience, nobody will ever buy. Everybody who works in KL will hardly buy anything past MRR2 from Jalan Kuching one. Right? They will
Yeah.
only turn from Jalan Kuching back to KL or Jalan Ipoh only. Very seldom people will drive all the way in to Selayang one. Okay, unless you sell veggie or you sell meat. So if you go to the main market, then okay lor. But if from a Selayang person, Batu Cave person, right, actually people from there don't come out one. And if you speak to Selayang people, also lately the highway extension has been really, really helpful. Last time it's one way in, one way out only one. So I use that to shortcut until Frame come go into Kepong. So if you are into that kind of mode of transportation, think about it. You occasionally go KL, you every day go KL, right? Might as well you just get the one in the Kepong city side.
Yeah. Depending on the usage of the road lah. Yeah, it's either if not, then you go to Duke Long, go to Bandar Sri Damansara ways, MR2 side. If you let's say you access to the other side, then probably that's the better take for you.
Then follow Zakri lah, terus buy di Sapak City je.
That also can. Affordable for that, we also go for the Sapak City.
I pun mau lah. Okay.
Okay, that's me. I think I pass to next to William. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if you got budget, buy lah, Nora. I think no rebates last time. Yeah, apa lagi kan? Then fully booked also when I check out the sales gallery. No chance.
They line up. I think people spend the
overnight.
night in the sales gallery.
Before, wow.
Yeah. So I saw the master plan 4 months before they launch
Oh,
for a
before.
consultation.
Wow.
Sean, can you give us your 3 good, 3 bad?
Wow.
But it's stupid, I did it for free lah. Should have charged money lah. Should I get 1 unit?
Yeah, you should track 1 unit.
Oh, your exclusive 1 unit for me. Okay. Sorry, William.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, actually, I think one thing that's missing out here is, when we talk about living, right? I think Marcin did a very good job in terms of providing a lot of small features out, like the AWCS thing, right? I think it's kind of a standard already in all the M series, the automated waste collection system, right? Which is actually very, very beneficial lah in terms of a long run lah. You know, there's no cleaner comes to your floor every day to collect your garbage, you know, all that stuff. And also the car park express ramp as well, lah. You know, which the Vertica series got, right? The M Nova as well. I think it's very convenient, you know, even for Armani, you have how many floors of car park, right? 3, 4, 5 floors. I mean, if you have express ramp, it's convenient. So all these features add up, I think. So I think actually M series is very tempting in terms of what they give, like what you say, lah, like what they give, and also the price point kind of view. So if I would choose, you know, between all these, right, obviously the M series sahaja lah, Zenya or M Nova sahaja, right? Because again, price not much difference, 500-600 per square feet, you know, excluding Amaya and also Nora lah. So why not choosing those with the feature that it makes you stay longer lah, and more convenient for your daily life kind of thing. So yeah, I'm thinking from that point of view lah, actually. So for me, I think the two M series, Zenya and Nova, and if you want completed one faster one, that would be M Nova lah, right? Top already lah, all 3 blocks. Zenya 3 years to go. Yes, Albee.
Talking about this speed ramp, just a little story to share. It's a funny story actually. So actually, I stay Lakeview, right? There is no speed ramp, and my car park level is level 6. So every time I come back, I have to turn 6 round, go. And because this was completed 2018, so this was planned, I think,
Before.
2013 launching. Way before, there's no speed ramp that time, right? There's not this concept. And the funny thing is, during the first when I started to work in KL, like my internship, I stay this area, right? My friend. So because I'm lazy to turn that car park, so I park the car outside of the roadside actually. So what happened is then a lot of people saying there's police come and take away your cars, give you saman actually. So after all, and also there's case happening is car got stolen actually. So from from that moment, I think, okay, speed ramp is kind of important. Next time I want to find something. If not, every day I have to turn that 6 round is kind of crazy. If not, I would just go to the guardhouse and say, I just want to visit the car park. Just park down, then turn out the next morning. If not, it's kind of taking a lot of time actually. So
You guys know the history of speed ramp or not?
Don't know.
like how which
Oh my god, I don't know whether I should claim this or not lah. Okay, I think my team back then, we invented speed ramp.
Oh really?
Wow.
One of the first speed ramps was executed in JB by my team, inspired by my experience to Aeon Jasco Cinema.
Oh, okay.
You go Tebrau, next to
Yeah.
IKEA one, you want to go movie, midnight, the only way to go up is the side car park. You go to every
Outdoor one,
Aeon, right? How can one ramp connects to 3 levels? Why can't we implement this to any residential? Why must be spiral for residential, but for Aeon Mall, we need the speed ramp straight away. Then I gave our consultant the task, and the first one actually was in JB. Then this same team, Terbuba, then one of the main marketing guys came to this developer, which is a mentor of mine. Suddenly, speed ramp becomes a thing. And also just to explain how like William described their product, right? The Lakeview is like a iPhone 6. So when you look into whether their elevated car park gabong with the residential tower or not, then from residential tower, if you split them together, then you will have the minimum distance to comply. You will lose a lot of canvas. So when you could join them together, but yet how to have the most efficient layout, the place where you gabong together usually is the common area where you put your facilities and things like that. So it's a very well thought through. How they save money if you have the residence all the way from the roof to the ground floor is all units, right? That is how you save in terms of your floor transfer. Instead of having a facility deck, then you will have the car park structure below. So that's how M Vertica did it. That's how all the M series did it. Then when you have an elevated car park that is flat, then the canvas becomes the most easiest thing to work with. That's why Lakeview's success was the one floor, one mega floor, mega clean facility deck. In terms of clean, right? You finish the Lakeview facility deck, right? It's about an hour. Just look into every corner. But the problem was overlooking issue. So yeah, okay, I'm geeking out already. But so that's how I look into architecture and how they save money using that. Wah, ada karangan ni.
Thanks, Sean. And over to Faizul.
Wow, Sean is in the mood after he missed out one time. So he come back to share, right? So look, I think Nora would be the obvious choice. No competition, right? So far, track record of making money from a area development and developer is no one has it lah, right? But I echo to what you say, Sean. That I think you can only understand what Masing is trying to build by visiting their properties that is completed post-COVID. Right? And I think anyone who has seen a Masing property which is completed post-COVID all come to the same conclusion. If you are going to buy below median in the area for Masing property, especially new launch, it's almost impossible for you to not make money in a way. Right? So far, and the only property that I would say realistically tonight that is going for below median, unless what is not available, which is Nora, would be Nova. That would be my pick. Right? So number one, because I think they have gotten this, they have worked out a good balance of how do you protect the people who are buying for investment on their product and people who actually buy property for own stay. You know what I mean, John?
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's any developer out there today who today has got this level of track record in multiple development in multiple areas. Obviously, for example, no one has got a better track record than Park City, but well, one area, one single developer, you got no other competition, right? You boleh control lah. But in the area where you have to compete, then to be honest, I have a lot of in a way confidence in Masing's product lah. And given the fact that they have gone from I want to be a premium property developer to become a proper mass market property developer, mass market price point, mass market layout, but actually not mass market facilities, which I think lah is really the killer formula as of today lah. So I think Nova will be the obvious pick for me for two reasons. One is their track record is something that I like. Number two here is that most people who work in KL, if they are staying in KL North, work in KL. Almost every other the property of what we are discussing, in a way, right, will be at a disadvantage when it comes to commuting to KL, with exception of Armani because you got MRT nearby lah. Right? But again, above 600 ringgit per square foot versus below 500 ringgit per square foot, I think that is actually quite reflective lah. And I think from a facilities point of view, so I still think Nova will probably beat Armani. But location-wise, I think Armani wins it hands down. Right? So if you go back to the presentation, right? So I've got a couple. So just to give you guys some sense, right, in terms of what we are buying, what we are investing in the past, right? If we can project the slides again. Right? So we bought Unio in the past, right? We bought Unio in the past and we've done quite well with Unio, even though it was the most expensive property in Kepung at that point of time. And the reason why is because it has got the best facilities. So that's one thing that I learned is that I think when it comes to property investment, at least for 2024, 2025, from a team point of view, you either the cheapest or you either the best,
Oh,
right? The one in between,
don't
sorry,
matter.
very fucking crowded, fucking red ocean. So you either the cheapest or you either buy the best, right? Because today we will only do well under these circumstances, right? So remember, guys, very clear guideline. You either buy the lowest value. Better still, the lowest value is not the lowest value from a proposition, right? Like, which I think, for example, like Nova today, while it's the cheapest today that you can buy from a per square foot point of view, I don't think from a spec point of view is the lowest, right? But when it comes to Unio, there's a reason. When you are playing at the level whereby you are the best, you got no other option. And you've seen already in Sri Damansara, Sri Damansara is fighting with Damansara Damai just one station away, One station away is a 400 ringgit per square foot township. And we are struggling at 400 ringgit per square foot. The guys that are winning is the most premium. Is the better stuff. Because today, unfortunately, Malaysia economy is actually doing quite well to the point people want to have some level of standard into where they stay, what they buy. Okay. So notwithstanding, today what we are buying is cheaper than even Nova, right? So we are today buying at 455 ringgit per square foot. We believe that this is the cheapest now in the whole of Kepung. There's nothing cheaper, right? So this is what we are buying. And what is going to be even more interesting will be my next slide, which is going to be a property that we are looking to, we help developer to design, right? So Sean has helped developer to design speed ramp. We design developments and facilities. I make it affordable.
Okay.
So Faizul job is to make it cheap, so that you guys don't lose money, right? So this is gonna be the next big thing. This is gonna be below 250,000. As you know already, the studio developments in this area has done very well, right? At 5 ringgit per square foot. Today we are looking to launch below 250,000 property. Cheapest in the whole KL North. We are rebuying cheapest per square foot at 455 per square foot. This is now going to be cheapest at below 250,000 ringgit. This will most likely be 70% LTV friendly. So anyone here on 70% loan, right? Rental most likely will be above 8% return. This is, of course, nearby MRT, can walk one, right? In fact, it's nearer to the MRT than Armani, right? It's nearer to the MRT than Armani. And because it's small units, it's all small unit, you got zero competing supply coming up. At least for the next foreseeable future. Right? So yeah, this is what we are cooking guys. And this is most likely it's gonna happen either next month or November. Right? So if you are keen to participate in this, please do consider becoming a FAR Capital client. Right? But unfortunately tonight we don't open up client sign up. But you can inquire with the team the next time we open. I think the team will actually put the link for you guys to inquire on the process how to sign up to either buy this one, a below 250,000 property, will be cash flow positive, cheapest in the whole KL North in the last 5 years, right? These are also other properties that we are buying again. Can we go back to the next slide? Yes. These are all other properties that are also buying at FAR Cap today. 460 ringgit per square foot in KL North today, right? Cheapest per square foot and cheapest net price will be a FAR Cap special in KL North. We're also buying landed property in Johor as of today, below 200 ringgit per square foot. Probably the only landed property in the whole Malaysia. Sean tak datang hari tu, so he's not aware that we have this.
I'm so blur right now.
So we spoke about Johor, right, last time, and we spoke about we are buying the cheapest landed property below 350,000 for a completed double-story house in Johor.
So I don't like to miss stuff. Shit.
Right? Also buying below 250,000 ringgit property in Bangsa. You know, we are buying a 350,000 two-bedroom with rooftop pool. And again, next new launch will be LRT and MRT below 250,000. So these are all things that either we have launched and we are looking to launch by end of the year. So if you guys keen to participate, you know, buying, you know, the best thing for both capital gain and cash flow, do consider investing to become a client. Okay. So yeah, with that, I think we've also got a property tour coming up next week, right? So if you want to have a look at the development that we just discussed tonight, right? And if you want to have a look in detail to understand what the hell are we all talking about, you know, tonight, but you want to see it live, do consider joining our next property tour, which is gonna be on the 13th of September, which is next Saturday. But the first session will be the class at 9 o'clock, which is going to be on the Friday night itself. But the bus tour will be from 10 to 3. We're going to cover all the KL North properties, right, in this bus tour. Okay. Do join us. Like I said, it's part of a bus. Lunch will be provided, very affordable, especially if you're already looking to buy something in this area. Okay. Now, this is the link. If you are looking to consider to become a client, right? So scan the QR code, have a conversation with our team, and then you know, we look forward to serving you guys buying the best property. Okay. With that,
You got land?
huh?
No, I'm looking at the map now. I'm figuring out where's the project. I'm looking at my drone.
Johor.
Oh.
The landed properties in Johor.
No, I'm looking at the Kepong one.
Oh,
I'm looking at my drone shot now.
brother, not in Kepong.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
PM30.
This is much more nearer to Desa Park City than it is to Selayang. The average median transacted will be 1,000 per square foot in the area.
Oh my God.
Kita beli macam biasa lah, almost 30% below median. Very sexy. We'll have rooftop pool.
Okay.
Cannot be lah, this one. Cannot be. Even better than Nora. The only reason why it's not better than Nora because it's not within the Park City. Itu saja. But for those miskin people who cannot afford Desa Park City, lie. We all go and buy this place. Less than 10 minutes to visit Desa Park City. Below 250, guys.
Actually, FACAP got set the limit of how many a member can buy.
Not really?
No.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not saying that I want to buy 10. I'm not saying that. Okay, I'm just asking.
I mean, we had clients who bought 20 what? In the last 7 years. That's the highest.
No, one go.
Not one go.
No one go. Okay. Okay.
Over 7 years, it's 20 units. Is it foreign friendly? Tidak, Tuan. This is in, unfortunately, bukan foreigner friendly. 250,000 cannot lah foreign, bro. Tak boleh.
Hey, local want to buy lah. Don't kacau, go away. Go away.
You can marry a local and consider. You can marry a local and consider. Is it gonna be zero down payment? InsyaAllah. Kalau valuation can support, I'm hoping lah for a 20% rebate.
Actually got Q&A or not?
Supposed to have Q&A.
God. Yeah, waiting you guys to
Azrin
finish
single
so
ke
that I can start.
Oh, okay.
Azrin single ke? Hajar single ke? Ada tiba-tiba ada orang nak kahwin orang Malaysia ni. Albee I think tak single lah.
Tak nak bos. Boyfriend saya pun foreigner. Cukup lah saya.
Tengok dia punya humble bragging tu guys. FACAP punya staff. Boyfriend saya bukan orang Malaysia. Sorry.
Okay.
Let's go Q&A.
Okay. First question. Okay. Why is UEM Sunrise Zik Residence cut down the price? Is that because of the sales for this area is not great?
I think, yeah, I mean, like we can speculate, but I think it's a pretty good assumption.
They cut halfway or they
Halfway after launch.
After launch.
after launch cut?
Yeah.
I think package also improved, like from partial to now fully furnished.
Wow.
Wow.
Price better, package better.
Shows that more
Wow.
competition.
Yeah.
Hard to go. Yeah. So
But I have to say, guys, I would say this, right? And I don't own any property here, but I think of everything that we have basically reviewed, probably with exception of Cyberjaya, the KL North side seems to be the place whereby there's no overpriced property. It's quite fair price on.
Because the kelompok of one address is big enough to cover all.
So it's like, 500 ringgit per square foot all the way to paling mahal pun 650. I think it's quite reasonable lah. Right? And in fact, when you buy any of the newer properties that we are discussing tonight, most likely you are paying cheaper price point compared to the launch of 10 years ago, no? In Taman Wahyu side. No, I recall the Lakeville side, but close to about 600 ringgit per square foot.
yeah, close to 700 per square feet. Yeah, around there.
Right?
600, 700. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So it's very odd and it's very strange, right? For example, if you go to Puchong, right? So for example, you're gonna see a couple of property being sold above median one. Here tonight, it's like macam everything, quite fairly priced. I think people don't like KL North, for whatever reason. Maybe the name Kepong no good.
The name Jinjang no good.
Yeah, Jinjang, Kepong, the NG lah, nama kat belakang tu tak bagus for KL. Right?
But question, like how did they compensate the first few buyers, or I'm more curious about the reaction of it though. Okay, kudos. For the boss who say throw price, cut price, I think got balls lah. They're really trying to solve the problem lah. But if you really, we are this brand, right? We can hold the price one, but I end up cannot sell. I think it's worse. But just that my question is, for people who didn't buy, suddenly now the developer cut price. How do you ensure that they won't cut again?
I would just say this, at least from running Far Capital. So your best bet here is that you should hope that when they cut price, it's fully sold. Because if it's not, the probability of them cutting, unless market sentiment improves, will actually be quite high.
My question, so as a person, as a buyer who is interested, suddenly you cut price. Will I buy just because you cut price? I don't know. I don't know.
I honestly think it's available today at a fair price. You got better package. You are buying cheaper, I think, compared to the first phase. Right? You don't have to wait as long compared to the first phase, guys. Right?
So it's by phase. Is it divided by blocks, or is it divided? Is there a hard outline when it drop price? Does anyone know?
I don't think we tracked the previous phase. But if I recall correctly, that deal was being offered, not Zik specifically, but it's the phase before that. And I think they were offering something in the region of about close to about 600 ringgit per square foot.
Yes.
Yeah. So which I thought at point of time, why would I buy here? I'm buying something 3 minutes to Mont Kera, Dutama side, for roughly similar price point, is it?
I think actually for that specifically area for this Zik UEM area was facing this issue was probably after more and more launches coming out from that lake lah, for Mizumi and things that soon completion, right? They realize more and more things. You have M Luna, you have PPAM, the government housing down the road, Zik Alpha. Then the Mizumi side actually the competitions becoming more and more. Then they just realized this 600 per square feet probably is not a movable prices, because when we talk about Lake City last time, people will say, okay, this is either to be a before this country gardens go into, I mean on news that financial issue, it was selling quite good. Their first Aradia series, Aradia series was selling pretty fast, sales were very good. When they launched the second phases, was taken up quite fast actually. So, and they were selling for the township, pet friendly kind of thing. That's why this Lake City was able to move at the very first stages. So they have a story to sell for Lake City. But when we come to the other side, which is this Zik Awa, other than the temporary commercial area, which is the Kera Bay commercial lots, I would say there's nothing more like exciting than just selling the story of accessible to the public park over the Kepong area, which is the lake lah. That's why causes maybe this is why UM take the move to actually move up the units faster for the area for them, rather than them holding lah, because there's more. Maybe eventually he realized more and more coming out. Example, soon after this, like M Zenya that launches lately, and also actually beside M Zenya there would be another in actually on the plot of land, it was stated multi-purpose hall or another series of affordable home beside the M Zenya. So there will be another things coming up. So everyone is competing on the same market. There's nothing shouting out, because the same lake, just different view, different area, different location, I would say. Yeah. Iherng, are you talking? I can't hear.
Yeah, no wonder nobody wants to answer me. Damn it. My question is this. How did is it a timeline partition, meaning anything after March, it's cheaper, or everything after this event is going to be cheaper? Or is it by a physical partition where block 1 is this price, block 2 is this price? How did
I'm not very
they?
sure.
Yeah. So that's my question. If you
Yeah,
do
I think you blocks, right?
yeah, so that you
Different
can do it
blocks.
very tastefully.
Yeah.
Yes, it's camouflage in a way where I know I give you better finishing, then this block is cheaper, not like that one. So that one, I can make the first block buyer feel better in a lot of ways. Maybe there I will give you all special grill or whatsoever. So it's a physical partition, not like, okay, by March 28, everything else is 20% cheaper. So that is my question on how they address the first batch of buyers. So from a sales and marketing point of view, this is very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Because if not, I will curse the shit out of you. I play so much. At least you do it underground, right? If you do it via far cap, I'm not that angry also, you know.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Yeah, so maybe I go ask my friend. My friend works inside. Okay.
But there's a lot of development that does this. So there's quite a few lah. Even Sam Darby does this.
Yeah, but they do it in a very camouflage way.
Yeah.
Not like so obvious. Hey, why drop price? Like this is the first question of the night. A lot of people don't even know, like landed houses, they will reduce finishing to make it cheaper or they will add on to the first phase. Hey, you all will get a fully furnished kitchen, so our price lower for the next phase. Things like that lah. But this one like will straight away cut price like that. Wow.
Yeah. But I would argue differently from a developer standpoint. Not everyone is gamudah, right? With that level of financial that they can build with just a 50% sales status. So I would argue that I would rather the developer give discount, right? sell enough property to get the project to break even and complete the project on time rather than the property becomes either delay or abandoned. Now, sucks for me as a buyer who bought it, let's say, for example, at 700 ringgit per square foot. But what is worse? You buy 700 ringgit per square foot and still abandoned.
This is not from a developer's point of view. I think, okay, so developer, my task is to just complete the project. You're right. So even if I pissed off the first batch of buyers, legally I need to complete the project. But as a buyer, like I bought, these are not small brand, ma.
That is not so much. Actually, you're quite kind of big brand actually.
If
Yeah lah.
boutique one, I can understand your argument total legit, right? I built one, I chow, that's it. This one, bro. Not first time, what? Sudah already built like 50 over buildings in Malaysia, still first time, eh? Okay lah, okay, enough. Next question, please.
Okay, all right, Anya. Next question. The occupancy in 99 residents looking great roughly when I pass by at night, but heard the rental is low while having the best facilities in the area. Will the rental of Zik residents and M Nova follow this low rental?
I'm under the view, but I think my team can comment better. I'm under the view that the reason why the subsale value plummets in that development is because of if you read the forums, they're talking about very poor workmanship. Right? So people are literally saying rent there cheap, but just don't buy it. And again, allegedly, and this is rumor, right? Probably the reason why the phase 2 launch wasn't successful is largely driven by this. Because apparently, what people are saying here is that when they launch and there were discussion, I don't know, the team can confirm good. The previous buyer all tell people don't buy from the developer.
Thank you.
That is on the Google review, on the Loyat series, like even on like other platform. That there's buyer asking like, okay, buy Armani or buy 99 or M Nova lah. So there's some owners who go and comment itself saying that yeah, it's better buy some other product. Then they just say the lift is not doing well. Yeah, they even put out the photos of the bombers saving out someone, probably stuck in the lift
Oh, the
or
lift
repairing
lah.
something. Yeah, the lift issues lah. So it doesn't come from me if something is on the internet. Actually, you guys scroll through on the post, you guys can see lah. So there's some owners who posted that, but I'm not sure. Usually owners won't come out and say this because just trying to to keep the value of the property, right? But yeah, there's some owners just come out and say lah, just buy something else.
Yeah, because I went and visit.
Yeah.
I did a review on it. Actually, the facilities is amazing. Like
Yeah.
planning wise, design wise, it's like ooh. But I didn't got trapped in the lift lah. So so lift one I cannot. I don't know lah. Right. Interesting.
Yeah.
This is what they complain.
It's just the starting lah when they got VP vacant position time. I think yeah, the workmanship is kind of a bit worrying. But after that they try to fix the issues of this. Yeah, that's why it's causing, probably is one of the reasons causing the phase 2 is kind of a bit slow in the sales as well. That's why they're trying to change the contractor, maybe just to try to improve more lah. Yeah. Yeah.
Question. If
Yeah.
the building that you moved in, you bought, right, suck, will you put it out online?
That's
Macam
actually
jemurkan you punya pakaian dalam, everyone see. This is the Chinese saying lah.
Well, the logical thing to do is no, unless you admitted already lah. But that's the logical thing lah. We all have to understand also lah. Most house owners are not logic. Most people buying because of emotion. if I paid, I think at that point of time it wasn't cheap lah, 550 to about 600 ringgit per square foot, right? If I recall correctly.
It's about 550-ish per square feet. Like, kind of affordable because they are selling for the luxury kind of concept, right? For the whole kampong. So it's kind of a bit hot selling for the facilities, but yeah, I think the facilities not to be good. It's just the overall food machine doesn't met the expectation of people probably. Yeah.
So most home buyers are not logical. They're a little bit more emotional. And you know, they would probably think that if I viral certain things that the developer or the authorities will take more action because it seems to be the way how it works in Malaysia. Notwithstanding that, the reality here is that you're just hurting your property value further.
I think it's forever leh.
So even when you fix that thing, right, whatever that was supposed to be the problem 2 years ago, people will still remember, right? I bought into one project which is delayed. People remember me as the guy who bought it, bring people into buying abandoned product lah. Only one time, fucker. Sampai sekarang pun ada lagi kan. Right? So people always remember the bad shit about you. They don't recall about the 95, 99% things that you did right lah. And there's just human nature. So I mean, I think we in general, because most of our cap clients are investors, so we are all about we are all quite logical lah, but nonetheless, do we have emotional buyers? The answer is yes. Right? And it's a bit strange when you use logic to talk to someone with emotion. It's like talking to a child. Why you have to study? Right? Why do you have to study, right? Very logical, why you have to study? Does the child will follow you? Not really. Because emotionally, they're just not there. Like they don't have that level of maturity to understand the long-term consequences of their action. So there's a lot of house buyers who behave in that way. So sometimes in a way, I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. We just have to accept the fact that people will do it. Strangely, even though it's not logical to us.
Because yeah, so I think for the audience who are listening, right, like almost never say bad things about your buildings openly until you sell it, at least. Right? Like, why? Why would? So not even like, okay, the lift is most probably the easiest thing to fix. But it's just costly, that's all.
Yeah.
So I just replace the name.
Mm.
So when you replace, then kau already what? And the thing is this, buildings are designed for every parts to be replaced, one. Unless the bones the column, we can still fix it. So, that's why when you, wow, this one is so weird. And me knowing the founder of the developer also, like he will do whatever he takes to fix the problem. But if you want to blow it up like that, I don't know. Like, that's why this is a very selfish question of mine.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I can see like actually the developers was trying their best, right? Actually, after they know this issue, like the work machine, they fix it right immediately the next day. When you know the ceiling fall off or whatever. So they try their very best to actually fix the expectation from the owners or buyers actually. But yeah, true, just like you say, sometimes you don't understand. Some people just blow out things on the internet, especially this is their own product they bought. Yeah.
Like, what was the outcome they were wondering? Oh yeah, I think so too. Your building sucks.
No, I think it's just out of
Anger and
courtesy.
disappointment.
Yeah. Some is anger and disappointment. Some will say just run far or something else. But that's why I say the second phase they are changing the main cons. Probably they are really trying to fix the whole issues actually for this one.
But I don't know whether the market will understand. You change main con means you change the quality outcome of the property. I don't think the market will understand. Market will still point back to the developer.
Developer,
To
yeah.
the brand, to the brand.
Yeah, because not many people know the the actual things happening with the change of the main con. They would just think, this sim that we're building the next phase. The first phase like this, probably.
And when you say like workmanship bad, right? Can you be more specific?
Yeah, some people just say, sucks, things like that.
Yeah,
Just
lor.
other
This
than
one got everywhere leak. Actually, what is everywhere? Toilet, which is very normal for all properties.
yeah.
I
I'll
think
say
all
most
of
of
this
it have
complaint
lah.
is coming from, I think all of this complaint is coming from the renters or the tenants. Yeah, who don't really understand, who don't really know how
I mean,
to,
they don't own that.
don't
They
really care lah, who
just,
don't really
yeah,
care to, if either they want to take care of the the
market.
branding
Yeah.
value or whatever. But the
Mm.
one that commented about don't buy the second phase, which I believe the owner is not good lah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just weird lah. It's just weird. Yep.
So I have a very in a way relatable story to this, which is even more worse than this. I bought into a development that was abandoned and then delayed for a couple of years. There was this place called Axis Ampang, right? So delayed. Bought it because there was no duplex units, and I thought the layout would be interesting and the price point was cheap enough lah. So fair enough, I bought it and rental yield become 12%. Right? So I bought, I think 130, 140, 180,000. I went to about all the way to about 350,000 lah. So I made good money within 3 years. Then cracks begin. And when we investigate the cracks, because ownership is bad lah, it's terrible, but I don't give a shit because, well, the job was to make money, right? So if it's making money, I'm happy. Then crack were to happen, and apparently the cracks was not your regular crack. It was potentially structural.
Yeah.
Right? So within a year, I sold everything. I think I made 700,000 profit from selling all 4 units. I never said anything about the development even up until today. And I've sold those units more than 10 years ago. I sold it 2012, 13, 14. Right? Never say a word. Right? Because to me, there's just no point. Even if I exit, I make money, why would I want to spoil it for someone else? Right? So again, there's really no reason. It's like, this is no different than you talking bad about your spouse. It's like, you are married, then you go on Facebook, talking about husband and apa semua tu. Now, people will be thinking, hey, are you talking about Sean, your husband?
Oh.
Yeah. It's like, what the hell? So there's just no benefit that comes unless, for example, the developer is out there to screw people, which I don't know about you, Sean, but I've never met a developer that is out there living a life to really screw someone. I'm going to take Zakri's money, now I'm going to build a property that will collapse after 5 years. Tada, don't have in Malaysia. Okay?
If
Most
God also, they will abandon halfway already. Dah lama dah belah.
People abandon sebab tak ada duit, tu je. Memang dah habis duit, habis lah. Really no more already. No more oxygen in the tank. Right? So I've never met a developer that went into the market with bad intentions, running up on this scheme. So far, I haven't. I don't know about you, Sean, but I personally haven't.
The Kuchai abandoned project lah.
Oh, God.
You bought?
No, I didn't bought, but a lot of people, they invite me to the committee, ask me to represent them. Hey, I'm just a YouTuber, So the story is it was almost intentional.
Wow.
Because they knew, because like we also do this fizzy before, like if I were to be a developer and I just want to screw everybody, like what Faizul said, right? I've done the thought process before, which is the best stage to leave the project.
Yeah.
So for a lot of projects that they ask me, hey, this project abandoned or not? Because they already passed the most profitable stage here, I don't think so already. It's by accident they died or bad management they died. It's not intentional that they want to screw you. But this one, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But that one I won't say who lah, but the entire radar talks about it.
Right.
Mm.
Mm.
Anyway,
So I guess the long story short version of this, guys, don't air your laundry lah to the public. There's no benefit. People don't sympathize with you. If anything, they're happy. Tu dah dulu kau action kan, beli rumah banyak-banyak pada muka. Right? So nothing good ever comes from bad mouthing either your partner or the property that you bought. You know, just
but
exit.
but on the experience side, be very careful of who you share your good news with also. I think that's also crucial. Not everybody is genuinely happy for you.
In all honesty, I think most people generally are unhappy, especially when you are doing better than them.
Mm.
So I find that people want you to do well until you do better than them. Then it becomes
Oh, yes.
this one wisdom non-property related lah, but you know, I didn't talk about my property buying until it was 20. Then people know. Right? So I think very valid point. Don't share good news. Be careful about sharing good news. Be very careful about sharing bad news. All right. If they're not relevant to your life, don't. Okay.
Bye.
Right. Next question. Will this Kepong area become oversupply like Setapak since can see Zik Residence 99 M Nova coming to the area apart from those completed properties? Will the rental also affected?
I personally I thought Kepong oversupply 10 years ago lah when they launched Mizumi and lah. You know, berapa ribu unit, right? So I thought it oversupply at that point of time. I mean, rental yield as of today is what, 5% ish, 6%. No indication of oversupply. KL North remains to be one of the most affordable parts of KL as of today, even up until today, right? So I think when you are not building a high-end property everywhere, the probability of you having a oversupply situation is actually very low. Look, it's all for 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 property. You cannot even find 600,000 property. Very hard to find today in KL North. Unless you go to Desa Bakti or the Sri Damansara side, right? The more premium version. And that, there's no supply. Roughly above 600,000 properties. Very hard. So today, if you are looking to stay in KL, in all honesty lah, kat mana lagi you can buy 300 lebih ribu property? Ada ke? Right? 400, low 400,000 for 3 bedroom ada ke dekat KL? I don't think banyak tempat lah. So I think units are a lot, yes. Will it be oversupplied? Doesn't no, because I think majority of the people who are buying are actually genuine own stay. When it comes to investment, you know, I love Kepong for investment, you know.
Yeah, William.
You know, I've never heard such thing lah. Even William don't buy especially Kepong. He buys everywhere.
Only one only lah actually. So yeah.
So William is literally kencing merata-rata. He don't just kencing dekat Kepong. Pining dia kencing, JB dia kencing, right? Melini dia kencing. Kalau dia mampu Singapore, dia dah kencing lah kat Singapore tu. He buy everywhere.
But I think back to the statement, Setapak got property bubble, man. Don't have also. Like KL Trader Square is doing very well also. Like that's why when I went to Sento, also everybody, wow, Sento, you look at the Great Wall of Sento now. Rental yield actually very good, eh?
I think Sentul is oversupply. And I'm a Sentul boy, right? So I think Sentul is oversupply. That stretch lah. Right? And I think actually the only place that has got good rental yield is the M Centura.
Censura.
Right? That one has got the highest, I think, rental per square foot in the area because, well, from a facilities point of view, like what you said, Sean, it works. It's above the rest of everything else. From outside, it looks cheap. but once you go inside, it's very different.
Mm.
Right? So Sentul, I think, is more oversupply than Kepong, given the very small proximity of one single road, right? And then you see towers of building. At least this one is like ada kat sebelah tasik sana, ada kat sebelah tasik kat sini, ada yang dekat tengah bandar kat sana, right? So it does not feel that high density lah, at least lah.
Mm. Then you cut through all the MRR2, you got the MRT.
Got MRT, got multiple highway accessibility, right? So, and you've got a lot of decent lake and parks everywhere.
But I think the difference also because if you look at the density of schools, it's also no joke, man.
Yeah.
Just to think of like this kind of locations, right? Like I just went to KL, apa tu, Semarak, Kota Semarak, next to Setapak. So then like amount of schools, like in one road got like 4 schools. But then like in Sentul also, that one Jalan Sentul Pasar got like 6 schools. Yeah, so I think it's areas like this won't go too bad, but it's not driven by speculative activities of investors. Okay.
Alright, next question. For own stay, is it wise to consider government subsidized house?
Why not? Yeah, for own stay, if you have the rights, and you've got the privilege to go and buy, especially if you can buy in good location, 300,000. Do it.
Go ahead. Developers are selling at a loss for you.
Correct.
No other way to put it. People lose money just to sell to you.
Just don't do it for investment. If you're doing for own stay, I think it's like what a wonderful privilege to have, to be honest.
How I wish I got.
Alright. Next question from Iherng. Would love to hear professional opinions on Amaya in BSD for own stay.
I don't think a professional opinion is required for anything. You like it, you can afford it, just go for it. After all, you're gonna live in it, right? So I am renting an apartment post-divorce, right? In Mount Kiara. It's not something I will ever buy. For price point of view, it doesn't make sense. But it makes sense for me to rent, right? And it's next to a hill and whatnot, right? So for me, it makes sense to me. Doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. Right? So if you can afford it, go for it. Sorry, Shad.
My suggestion is to go visit Ativo first. Go walk the square, go walk DA Square, see the people there. So if you have family there, I used to have a rule, weekday, weekend rule. You go there on a weekday, then you go there on a weekend to see the crowd light, the traffic light, the things that you'll get, the lifestyle that you will get. Then you will like it. If you can afford, go ahead.
I would argue this. I think if you are looking to buy something for investment, you should buy primary market. Because chances are you buy cheaper. Number one, you buy newer property and it'd be easier to rent out and all of that line. You use less cash. I think for own stay, it makes sense to just rent first for 1 to 2 years in whatever place that you like, and then you can pull the trigger and buy. Why commit? It's not a cheap property, Amaya is nice, it's premium. So why gamble, that almost R1 million, right? Of in a way capital and loan capability on something you have no idea you're gonna like or not after 1 or 2 years. All right. So I'm renting today. I'm open to buying, but I think I will remarry. So this 2-bedroom is gonna be too small for me, right? So otherwise, if I'm gonna be bachelor for life, I would stay here. I love this place. So that's pro tip lah, guys. Sewa dulu. Mana-mana kau nak duduk, kau pergi sewa dulu. Right? Especially if you have other parties to consider, like your spouse, children, and apa semua tu, because some things you will only know after you stay there because so when you go to a country, everything is nice, you go for holiday, you go for weekend, everything looks good, no? Hmm.
Yep.
All right, next question from Jason. What do you think about the whole Kuasa Damansara master plan and projects? Do you think the population will fill it up? I heard MRCB Studio condominium is only 30% sold.
Is MRCB developer tujuh?
Uh,
I don't think so.
yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, so
Kuasa, right? Yeah.
yeah. So notwithstanding whether they are the developer or not, I think Kuasa has got a big challenge
since last
because
time.
because it got two mukim actually, right? So and the two mukim don't like each other, so it's a problem for the master developer actually, right? So I would not enter Kuasa Damansara unless, for example, you can buy below 500 ringgit per square foot, okay lah. But given the cost structure and the land cost that I know of, I don't think they can build anything below 600 there. Unless it become fire sale lah.
The only thing that do well there is the landed property by YTL.
Yeah. I think landed property, if it's gated and guarded, that side from Kota Damansara or Sungai Buloh, all have
I'll
done
go there one.
well. Right? Sierra Mas East, West, Kota Damansara side, all have done quite well.
So my take on Kuasa, it's I worry if they adopt the Medini Cyberjaya model. So if these two models is when someone cannot sell, you play the role of the master planner. I draw out all the roads, I build all the infrastructure, and I sell all lands to all respective developers. Then all of them will build the same product that they think will work. Then you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is like in a year all built together. Then you will have the next Cyberjaya, or the next Medini or Iskandar Putri that you call it lah, for the first 4 or 5 years lah. Then only it will be a good time to go in then. That's my take lah. Because we have seen Cyberjaya, we have seen Medini, Kuasa Land is exactly the same. Infrastructure already.
Guys, in war, the people who die first is the askar yang pergi dulu. So don't be the cannon fodder. Right?
Unless there's like first timer rewards that is so good lah.
Put it this way lah, don't buy into government backed township anytime as the first guy lah. So Cyber, Putra, Medini tidak ada pengecualian, dan this one GLC juga lah. So I will just not, sugarcoat it lah. If it's, for example, macam Desa Park City going to Jaya, different story, okay? Gamuda going to Cyberjaya, buka kat Shah Alam, different story. They've got the track record of doing this a few times, right? But if you're talking about PF, suddenly Medini, Cyber, Putra, all government idea, yang tu kau hati-hati sikit.
You will be a contractor there, they're very good.
So again, I don't think they've done it bad intentions. It's just that they're not in the property development and township development business. That's just the honest truth, right? That's just the honest truth. They are not in that business. They're there to govern, and they think they are corporate guys who somehow think, let's go and merge a bunch of things and it's gonna look good from IPO, blah blah blah, story POV lah.
The only thing that's guaranteed that they won't wind up lah.
Yeah lah.
The project will be completed lah. Won't get abandoned.
Betul?
Okay.
All right, so I think that's all the questions for tonight.
Yay.
Oh, we finished before 1. I'm hungry. Okay. So guys, as mentioned, we've got a property tour next week for KL North. Do come if you want to have a look at the property. And if you want to have a look at the best property that we are buying, you can join that. And of course, if you want to participate in the next best thing in KL North below 250,000, do consider becoming a FACAP client this month. Yeah. With that, I want to thank all the panelists, Zakri, Albee, Azrin, who have done the presentation research for tonight. And of course, our esteemed guests, Sean and William, for their contribution, POV and stories. With that, have a great week ahead, everyone. Assalamualaikum. Good evening, guys. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone. Bye-bye.